Georgia and Miami. I bet you 60% of our radio station would pick Georgia, and that's the team that they just beat. So why can't they beat Miami? You know, he is a Chambliss is so elusive.
Dual threat.
He really is, and I don't know. At what point, it's kind of like the Broncos. Like, at what point do you say, okay,
they're good,
they're believable? I mean, they're one game away from the national championship. I think they have the advantage at quarterback.
See, the only thing that gets me is Miami's defense and how vicious they are. Right?
Yeah.
That pass rush.
Yes.
The cornerback. There's a linebacker, and they're physical. They're going to get to the quarterback. And also, I was a part of a college team where we played and we ran tempo. And the good thing about tempo is you can wear somebody down.
Sure.
But the bad thing about tempo is if you go 3 and out, you only take 15 seconds off. And now you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
So if they end up going tempo, which they're going to do because that's their identity, they're getting the ball off within like 23.8 seconds or something like that. I read about. So like they're getting in and out of the huddle to the line of scrimmage. They're snapping it. Boom, they're moving. But the issue is if you have this pass rush, your quarterback's running for his life. He gets sacked a couple times. You have some 3 and outs. Can you weather that storm? And this is why I think Miami will have that upper hand.
They absolutely could, but let me just say this, too, in addition to what you just said. Miami's defense is why they're here. Like, Miami's defense is why they're here. The defense is legit, the defense is crazy. But if you looked at the last month of the season, no one was playing better defense than the Georgia Bulldogs. You know how many points Ole Miss just put on Georgia? Do you remember what it was? 39. Mm-hmm. So they're going to score.
But it goes back to what Phil's talking about. Chambliss being, if he could be mobile with his head up and letting stuff develop downfield, that's where you get those big plays with 39 points.
Yes, and I'll just mention this because I have it in our show notes, okay? Miami's defense, and this is nuts. This is so crazy because you think about the awesome defenses in this tournament. Miami's defense has produced the highest turnover rate in the college football playoff, the highest interception rate, by far the highest sack rate, the highest pressure rate, and the most tackles for loss per game.
Damn.
Every single category among any team in the tournament
Check
all
all
belong to Miami. So honestly, I can't call it. I legitimately do not know, and I think I'm going to be on the sidelines for this. I gamble on almost every big game, and I actually think I'm going to be on the sidelines for this one, just enjoying it.
Like you say that now.
Talk to me at 5:30.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm going to text you right before the game starts. Like, what should I do?
Dante, what do we have here? What do we have here, Dante? What are we doing?
They're going to hit that whistle. It's like lock in. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, you guys both like Miami?
I do. Yeah.
I mean, that's what the odds makers think.
Zach's gonna catch a huge
Yeah,
ticket on
right.
this just because of this.
He's
Right
coming
now.
tomorrow like, oh, you bet Miami, huh?
I at a certain point, there's 2 games left in the season, right? At a certain point, at what point does someone become believable, right? I mean, here they are in the semis. Now,
You're
I will
right,
say,
though, about the Broncos comparison. It's the same conversation. Like, even if they're the worst 14-3 team in the history of the NFL, they won 14 times in 17 tries.
right.
You can't be bad and do that in the
not a
NFL.
fluke.
You can't.
Right. So we'll see how it shakes out. I do, however, and we'll get into more detail about it tomorrow. But I believe, as great as Cignetti and Indiana has been, okay, and they've been just phenomenal shooting stars with no 5-star player, not one 5-star player.
Was it 7 4-stars, 0 5 stars?
7 4-star players. Do you know how many 4-star players Oregon has? Indiana has 7.
I would guess 24?
52.
Holy
I was going to say in the 30s.
52
52?
52 4-stars. Indiana has 7. They have no 5-stars, and Oregon had, I think it was 7.
Yeah.
I think it was 7 5-star players, 52 4-stars. Indiana has 0 5-stars and 7 4-stars. But if you look up and down Indiana's roster, you know what you see over and over and over and over again?
Wins.
Yes. Google it.
Google me.
But it's senior, redshirt senior, redshirt senior, redshirt senior, junior, redshirt junior,
And how
senior.
many of those guys came from James Madison?
A lot
too,
of them.
To know what
A program
Kurt
that's
wants.
built, not bought.
Yes, and so initially I think he brought over 18 JMU kids, and there's still a few hanging around. Because of that, and you see graphics like that, I still just think people the general casual fan is just still slow to come around on Indiana. They just see the logo, and you think of Oregon, what you've been watching for 20 years, and the number's 3.5. And guys, they went into Eugene and controlled that game.
And Eugene's Auxin Stadium.
Oregon's defense is
You've
a lot
talked
better
about
now
that.
than it was that day.
They are.
They
I
do
just
the throw your hands up and shout song with Eugene over there, the Auxin Stadium, and it gets loud. And if you can win there, you can win anywhere.
To your point, though, Zach, I think it beyond the IU logo and all that stuff, because there's so much with branding in college football. The 5 stars and 4 stars side, it almost does feel like they don't just do, it feels like any one thing that pops off the page exceptionally well, where it's like, but they're just so disciplined and so consistent and methodical with it that it just controls the pace of play on both sides of the ball. They're not overly penalized on either side of the ball.
3 flags per game, 3rd in the country.
Yeah, wow. And they don't have this high flying, air raid style of offense.
Nope.
But they move the friggin' chains.
Yep. And you know what they do better than anyone else in the country? They do not get behind on standard downs.
Yeah.
It's always 4 to 7 yards on first down.
Stay ahead of the chains.
Every 3rd down is manageable. Very rarely is it 3rd and 8. I mean, they are as good at that. And then when it gets to 3rd down, top 3 in the country, converting 3rd downs, top 3 in the country, limiting 3rd downs defensively. I mean, their highs may not be as high as some of the other teams around the country when it comes to one specific category, but they're like an 9.1 at everything that they do.
They don't do anything above and beyond elite, but they do everything really well.
What is it? The jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes. But also, like, and I what we're saying is true. But you talk about top 3 in the country at converting 3rd downs and stopping 3rd downs.
Yep.
I mean, goodness gracious, that's football, right? That's football. So
in Sig, Uncle Sig, he has a little bit of Sean Payton in him, where he will not be afraid to go for it on 4th down.
No.
He will not be afraid to.
Especially in this game, what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
See, that look of disgust when Alabama tried to draw him offsides is like my favorite.
Yes, hilarious.
He's like, you thought that was going to work on me?
Disrespect.
Yeah,
on me?
Disrespect, yeah.
And think about what you just said. You said he's not scared, right? Think about the fear in the heart of hearts of Kalen DeBoer when the game is 3-0 and you're going for it on 4th down from your own 35-yard line. You're scared of the opposition.
Yeah.
If you feel like you have to do that in the first quarter on your 2nd drive, 3rd drive, whatever it was, in a 3-0 game,
Uncle Sig probably said, "Got him.
We got him.
Yes.
We got him."
Yes.
No, literally.
And then they went and scored, and it's 10-0. And honestly, at that point, it was almost game over. And I just think tomorrow night, I fell into a trap two years ago, and you guys will remember this because it's recent enough. Oregon played one of the regular season games of the year against Washington when it was Michael Penix and Bo Nix. And
DeBoer was there, right?
Yes, DeBoer was the Washington coach. And I forget where the game was played. Dante, do you remember where that game was played? It was at Washington. And Washington beat Oregon, and Oregon had a phenomenal team. And then they met again in the Pac-12 championship. And I'm like, there's no way Oregon's getting beat twice. There's no way. And Oregon did get beat twice. And it was even more decisive the second time. That's what I think we're in store for tomorrow night. I have a win and cover. Kurt Cignetti is punching his ticket to the national championship. And when they get there, when they get there, whoever wins tonight is the next victim.
You know my dream of going to the national championship?
Yes.
Squash this morning.
Zach, you got to hear about this.
I hit Tai Fuji's truck in the parking lot and ripped his entire bumper off.
Stop
You're
it.
lying.
For real. Did that this morning. So my money to go to the Natty, now going to Tai Fuji.
Whoa,
Which is how it's supposed to be. I'm an idiot. I screwed up. I'm going to take care of Ty's call.
And good on you, Josh. But how did it happen? You're pulling in, and
I backed in. I'm a backer inner, despite what Drew hates.
Same.
Yep,
I back in
same.
as well.
See in your face, Drew.
I learned how to back in, so now I back in.
I learned how to back in. You're 31 years old.
I learned how to back in with the
I too am an adult,
camera.
and therefore, yes.
So I'm backing in, and I don't know if you see my truck. I got bigger tires on it.
Yeah.
And I'd actually pulled back up to Ty's spot, and I was in, and I'm like, I'm a little too tight. I don't want somebody to bang my door when they open up theirs. So I'm like, I'm going to pull out and go park in the back. Pull out, tires are bigger than I thought, and I just literally, my tire scraped his bumper and ripped it right off of the front of his truck.
The tire, not even the bumper.
No, my truck's fine. There's not a mark on my truck, but the tire ripped the whole thing off, dude.
Oh.
And then I came up here and
Keep
I'm
the
like,
Ramos, keep the Ramos right away from
I
Josh
got
for a
bad
little bit.
news and good news. Bad news is your truck's ruined. Good news is I'm going to fix it for you.
God almighty. Well, I
Did
have
you think, Josh? Did you think about running?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're a good
I've
guy.
had my truck.
I don't know
You're a
what
guy.
happened out there, but somebody messed up your bumper.
I'm a full believer. I'm a full believer in karma, and I've already
Yes.
done enough bad things. I need all the good juju I can
Yes,
get.
yes.
He's done enough bad things.
There is an avenue where you can accomplish both. 'Cause you have the money to pay for Ty's truck. Take whatever it is
Yes.
and put it on Indiana
Yes.
tomorrow night.
Yes!
Send yourself. Have Indiana send you to Indiana's Natty.
Oh, this is the way.
This is the way. All right. Hey, where does Sean Payton rank among the other coaches in the AFC playoffs? We'll stack them up. Coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
This new year, don't just make a resolution, make a transformation with SodaWeightLoss.com. Clients routinely look and feel 10 years younger like I did when I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. And right now, the perfect gift for you both. Look and feel 10 years younger for the price of one. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results, just like me. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Thursday, January 8th, as we barrel through this week into the weekend in one of the most action-packed weekends in the history of football. And that is not hyperbole because the college football playoff has not been around for a while, and we get football on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in a way that is unique to this era, and I am fired up. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, man? You know, Zach, I thought you were going to come into the building with, that snow coat with a little bit of fur on it. Because I know how you get you get a little sensitive when it starts getting cold, even though you're from Buffalo or Albany.
Yeah, Albany. Serious question. Have you ever seen me wear a coat?
Other than that $250,000 jacket that you wore the other day? No.
Gosh.
Just hoodies.
I do not wear a coat, man. And it's not like
flip-flops on. Let me see.
It's not like a macho thing. Like
no flip-flops today.
I just don't find myself wearing a coat. My car is started before I get into it. My walk from the car to the front door is 30 feet.
Yeah.
I do keep an emergency bag in my vehicle in case something did ever happen. I have a coat, blankets, extra socks, all that stuff.
Oh, damn, what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. That's why I want to be prepared for everything.
You know what? I love that.
Dude.
I need to do the exact same thing.
I have but on the day-to-day, month-to-month, year-to-year, no one in this room has ever seen me wearing a coat.
You're not lying.
It's weird.
You're not lying. Now, I'll wear jackets every now and then. I'll wear jackets, bring it in there, take it off.
Yes. Drew's a big jacket guy. Drew's a jacket guy. Drew will wear a jacket.
Drew, you get chilly in here?
Well, I mean, I get chilly. I think this place is always freezing cold, but I'm not so much a jacket guy, more of a vest guy. I wear like the big puffy vest.
You are a vest guy.
I love the
can't
puffy
stand
vest.
vests. Like, what does a vest do for you, truly?
Keeps your chest and your back warm and your neck warm.
Yeah, like your core, like your internal.
But it's all about the arms.
My arms don't really get cold.
It's all about the arms. What are you in the weight room?
I know, right?
Working on the glory muscles?
That's the resolution. Got to get back in shape.
Are you getting it in shape?
Yeah, I am. I'm working out with my wife every morning. Every morning we got that tonal, right? Like the one that if you guys look up, and I know everybody out there probably knows, but it's like the workout machine, and you can put a bunch of weight on it. And every morning we wake up at 5:30. 5:30, 5:35, because we got to get the kids. I mean, Phil fills up by 7. So it takes about an hour and 15 to do the workout. So 5:30, 5:35. Now, my wife's the one that wakes me up, or I wouldn't wake up anymore.
Now, are you guys actually working out together, or do you take turns?
No, so we work out together before they get up.
Gotcha.
So Sophie's going to wake up at 8 o'clock because we're on that sleep schedule. So 8 o'clock, Sophie's waking up. Phil has to be up by 7 to get ready for school. And that right there's a drag for him. He pretends like he's asleep half the time.
Yep.
So I have to drag him out of bed, get his breakfast. But so we try to get the workout done before the kids wake up.
Yep, I like it. Good for you. Get in shape. New Year's resolution.
We'll see how long that lasts.
We'll see. We have a lot to get to today. We're going to do a full-blown Ole Miss Miami preview later in the show. We're going to talk Broncos. I mean, last night was another hysterically fun night for the Denver Nuggets. We're going to talk about that at 2:45. But in the spirit of our exercise yesterday, where we ranked every quarterback in the AFC playoff picture, 1 through 7, all right? And if you want to hear that conversation, you could go back and listen to it on yesterday's podcast, available at DenverSports.com or wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, all that stuff. Today, we're going to talk about where Sean Payton ranks among these other coaches in the AFC. All right. And then tomorrow, we'll talk about where the Denver Broncos defense ranks compared to these other teams in the AFC. Not going to lie to you, the more I thought about it after I got home, a little bit of regret yesterday.
ZB, you having some regret?
In terms of where I put Aaron Rodgers on our quarterback list, I had him at 3. You had him at 2, which I thought was really bullish. I had him at 3. He's played so well this year, better than 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. I mean, he's been great. Only 7 picks all season long.
Yeah. Name of the game is limit the turnovers, score touchdowns, and win the games. So what's going on?
I just felt a bit of regret that I had him over Drake Maye. The NFL is about here and now, not your Wikipedia page and all the things that you've done. And Drake Maye has been so good this year. There was a twinge of regret about how that went yesterday. Hopefully, I don't have any regrets about how this goes today.
You and this Drake Maye. Look, I understand. Drake Maye has had a hell of a year, and he probably will win the MVP, or he may not because of Matthew Stafford and what he has done this entire year. But don't go back and regret what you did. You did it for a reason. You did it for a reason, Zach.
And the explanation was, in addition to what I said, is there's only one guy that's been there and done that in this whole field, and it's him, and he's played really well this year.
Does that not matter?
It does. It does. I just don't know if I'm meeting the actual moment here in 2026 of who I would want quarterbacking my team.
I mean, Zach,
and maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm overreacting to one regular season with Drake Maye.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask you. Is Drake Maye a franchise quarterback?
I mean, yeah.
How are you going to say that after 1 year?
Bro, how are you going to say Drake Maye's not a franchise quarterback, but Bo Nix is?
Because he's done it 2 years in a row. He's had success 2 years in a row at least.
Drake Maye is going to be runner-up for MVP.
But also
for a
guess
14-win team.
Maye, but also the schedule. The schedule is weak. It's weaker than some toilet paper.
Hold on, Phil.
The off-brand toilet paper that people use, and it pokes through, and they got their fingers, and they're looking at their finger like, damn, what just happened?
I can't relate to that experience.
Oh, I forgot. You go with the best quality.
Triple ply.
Oh,
I only need 1 square. Tripod.
Okay.
Tri-ply. No, I'm kidding. But no, Drake Maye is damn good. And you watch the games, and it's like, just the eye test combined with the stats, it's like, this is a dude. You don't think Drake Maye's a franchise quarterback?
No, I think that you have to earn your stripes, right? Isn't that what we've said for multiple quarterbacks? Did we sit here and say Jaden Daniels was a franchise quarterback and he was 1 game away? He was 1 game away from the Super Bowl last year, and yet I didn't say he was a franchise quarterback, and I don't think you said he was a franchise quarterback either.
No, because I wanted to see more, and that's why I wanted to see more from Bo Nix even in the middle portion of the season before I gave him that big boy label.
But you're crowning Mr. Maye already as a franchise quarterback after 1 year. You know you got to do it again.
I understand.
He was
in a completely dysfunctional situation last year. What if Bo Nix was in Drake Maye's situation last year? Fit matters. You know that way much more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, if Bo Nix was in Drake Maye's situation last year,
Drake Maye was drafted before Bo Nix. Why? Because everybody thought Drake Maye was better than Bo Nix. So there's no excuses. Drake Maye was drafted. Was Drake Maye drafted number 3 overall? So number 3 overall. So if you're drafted number 3 overall, you're supposed to change that franchise.
Hasn't he done a pretty good job in doing that?
And he has this year. But last year, it wasn't the case.
Who was his coach last year? Do you remember?
Mayo.
Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo.
Was he a first-time head coach?
Yes.
Was he a one and done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a good situation. Did they win 4 games?
Well, why was the situation wasn't the greatest over here in Denver? Sean built it up. He was able to get the interior and offensive defensive line going.
One's a Super Bowl winning coach. One's a Super Bowl winning coach, and the other's Gerard Mayo. That counts for something, Phil.
But also, Bo Nix was the number 10th pick in the NFL draft. Drake Maye number 3. Why? Because everybody sat there saying that Drake Maye.
Hold on. So now you.
Nobody thought about Bo.
Now you, the all-time underdog who says draft status doesn't matter.
Drake Maye is not an underdog.
And you're having 3.
Drake Maye is not an underdog.
Phil, you're having 7 draft spots be the compass for who's who?
No, because
you of anybody should know better. Now I'm shame on you, bro. Look, you forgot where you came from. You forgot where you came from.
The silk sheets.
That's what you're sleeping in
damn
now.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying. I want to see more from Drake Maye. If Drake May goes out there and does it again next year,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a franchise quarterback. But like, hold your horses. I mean, damn, Zach, it took you all the way up until week 17 to announce that Bo Nix was a franchise quarterback.
Nope, it was week 15. It was week 15. It was after the Packers game, and there was a reason I had to wait.
You know what? And there was no pushback. I'm never going to tell a fan how to fan.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll do the coaching rank in the AFC. Where does Sean Payton rank among these other coaches? We'll stack them up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my guys at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about New Year's resolutions. All right, now's the time of year you make a decision to make some changes in your life, okay? And I'll tell you, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, there is no better resolution that you can make this month than to be done with ED. Guys, it's damn near a choice, okay? Why? Why would I say that? Because ED is a medical condition. And like most other medical conditions, it's treatable. And I'm talking about treatments with success rates well over 90% at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, all right? So schedule a consult. The initial visit is just $99. It includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. Guys, if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. There's no downside here, okay? Expert staff? Check. 5 locations in Colorado to serve you? Check. Stop living with ED. Call Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is nice because you can just keep doing you. So keep on using that broken phone charger because it occasionally works. Keep quoting something you heard on a podcast as your own. Keep ignoring your sister's texts while you drive and after. And when baggage claim says, have a great trip, keep on saying, you too. And keep driving safely. And you could save with Snapshot from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
How about a simple New Year's resolution, one that even I could achieve? Reverse the clock on hair loss with Advanced Hair's simple one-day FUE treatment. You will feel more confident and more youthful when you witness your own natural hair growing into those places that have been balding or thinning for years. From Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology to their highly experienced team, there is no one I trust more in hair restoration. Their simple FUE treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and your new hair is backed by the Advanced Hair Guarantee. I know from personal experience, Advanced Hair's exceptional standard of care makes your comfort and your results their top priority. Celebrate this new year with a fuller head of hair and get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR. Discover what meeting your resolution could look like with the before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, college football playoff action continues as Miami faces Ole Miss starting at 7.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we'll get back on track here. Hilarious start to the show.
You got me screaming now.
Yo,
we got to do it.
Oh, my gosh. I think Evans has me saying that somewhere on his little wall there. Oh, okay, here it is. You got me yelling now. Oh, my gosh. All these just buttons with just me. It's just like his ceiling is established. Don't worry. He can't be that guy. Why? It's impossible. It's literally impossible. This is not a drill.
Look, the morning show has a crush on you. A weird, sick crush on you.
Oh, my God.
Be careful.
It's so funny. Okay. All right. So yesterday we did an exercise. We were ranking the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture. I had Bo Nix at 6. Ahead of only C.J. Stroud. Yeah. And we prefaced it by saying, hey, this isn't a negative thing. Someone's going to have to be last. These are all playoff quarterbacks. This is not like any sort of diss or slight. And after objectively trying to go through it and taking off the orange and blue glasses, I had Nix 6th. You had him at 5th.
Yeah.
And you gave an impassioned speech why.
Woo-wee!
And we may be even getting into that a little bit later.
I can't wait.
Because someone else kind of sounded like you a little bit. As I was listening this morning. We'll
smart guy.
We'll get to it. He is a smart guy. So here are the coaches in the AFC playoff picture, guys. And I'm going by seed here, okay? Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel, Liam Cohen, Mike Tomlin, DeMeco Ryans, Sean McDermott, and Jim Harbaugh. Those are the coaches in the AFC. I got to say, man, that is a damn good list of coaches.
I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like, wow. Like, these are some elite coaches. Some coaches that deserve to have some respect. And it sucks that one of these coaches is going to be on the bottom of my damn list.
Right? I mean, it's someone's got to be last. Someone has to be last. So, you want to go same way we did it yesterday? Start with number 1 and work our way down?
That's fine, man.
Okay.
That is fine and dandy. And I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, look at you.
You do the honor.
Okay. All right. So, I went back and forth on this because is it possible to have a coach number 1 among this group that hasn't won a Super Bowl?
I like where you're going with this.
I have always. And people may disagree with this, and I know a bunch of people will, just like they disagree with a lot of things that I say, and I'm just giving you my honest opinion, all right, when I share stuff like this. I think, okay, first of all, there's incredible value with winning the Super Bowl, okay? It's the greatest prize in American sports.
The hardest thing you can do is win a cup, win the NBA Finals, win a Super Bowl. Like, that's the ultimate goal.
Yes. But with football, like, it comes down to a one-off game, one 60-minute football game. And I almost don't like the fact that we take people and put them in way different categories and boxes because one guy, one time, won the final 60-minute game of the year, and another guy, another time, couldn't win the final 60-minute game of the year. And I'll give you an example here, and you're probably not going to like it. But, like, I think that Marv Levy going to 4 straight Super Bowls, and I know he lost them all, I think that is harder to do than what Mike Tomlin did, win the championship one time. Going to 4 straight Super Bowls, and you can shake your head and all that. I just think
I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it fast as hell.
Going to 4 straight Super Bowls, and I understand you lost every single one of it. You ran up against all-time great Dallas Cowboys team. You missed a kick with no time left.
But you're there.
You're there.
There's no excuses. You are there. You can talk about the Dallas Cowboys team until you're blue in the face. You had opportunity, and you did not take advantage of it.
I understand, but you got to the Super Bowl. And so, and I'm speaking for myself, okay? I think that's more impressive than going to the Super Bowl and winning it, but you won the last game one time, like Mike Tomlin. So I'm just mentioning that because I am so fond of Jim Harbaugh. And the reason is because I've never seen him fail. He has succeeded at every single stop, college or professional. And so I've seen him turn around organizations at the professional level. I've seen him turn around collegiate programs. I've seen him develop quarterbacks at so many different stops. He's like a quarterback whisperer. So when I can remove any one thing from your resume and it's still sterling as hell, if you remove one thing from Mike Tomlin's resume, what is it? It's not a whole heck of a lot.
I mean, hold on now. Well, why is Mike Tomlin the one that seems to be catching the stray here? It seems like
because he's won one Super Bowl one time.
Yes, and how many times has he been in the playoffs? He's been in the playoffs multiple times. Actually, 12 times in his career he's been in the playoffs, and he has had 22 seasons where he has had seasons where they weren't losing seasons. Like, does that not you don't take that in consideration? Does that not count?
Of course it counts. I mean, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. I mean, he's going to be a Hall of Fame coach. He's also lost 6 consecutive playoff games in a row. So, going back
to Jim hasn't won a Super Bowl yet.
I know he got there.
Okay,
he got there, and I think that's incredible. And he got there with a quarterback in Colin Kaepernick that no one saw coming, and he moved on from Alex Smith during the season, and he revived his career. So, like, he has done so many different things at so many different places that, like I said, you can remove any one thing, and his resume is still like, holy moly, look at this guy's resume. So it's a long way of framing it. I really went back and forth whether Jim Harbaugh should be number 1 on my list, even though he has not won the Super Bowl. He was in a Super Bowl. He had a lead, and the damn lights went out, and they had to freaking start it over, and his brother beat him.
Stop the excuses.
I'm not giving excuses.
The lights went out. Like, you have a chance to win. It was right there in front of you.
It was.
Like literally. Don't let the Baltimore Ravens have a kick return. How about you don't do that? And Jim, all right, he specifies in, and he does a specific job, just like his brother, in doing special teamwork. And that was one of the biggest reasons why the 49ers lost, was because of that special team play.
So hold on, you're blaming the Super Bowl loss on Jim Harbaugh's lack of attention to special teams?
Special teams will win you or lose you a game. We know that.
All right. So that's just a peek inside, like, how I've been thinking about this, okay? But at the end of the day, I've seen a guy revive a program that had never been alive. You can't revive what has never been alive.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay.
You have to do a Frankenstein job.
I love that.
And that's what Sean Payton did in New Orleans. And then he comes here, okay? This organization was so down and out, missing at every turn from coach to quarterback and everything in between. And he shows up, and in the first season, with a guy who had won 4 games a year before, your favorite Russell Wilson, he goes 8-9 and has a chance to go to the playoffs on Christmas Day with that guy who no one wants 700 days later. And then he moves on from him, says, we're better off without you. I'll pay 2 mortgages in order to not have you in my house. Go away. I'll take the largest dead cap in NFL history, and I'll draft the least thought of quarterback in the first round. And we go to the playoffs in the first year.
Yeah.
And then in the second year, the team's 14-3 and is 11-2 in one-score games. The number 1 quarterback in the AFC playoff picture coaches in the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. That is Sean Payton.
You know what, Zach? I'm proud of you. You did your homework. You did your homework. And you know what? I had Sean Payton as number 1, too. And I went back and forth, but everything you just said, and I'm glad you said it because it was well thought out, even more detailed than even I was going to explain.
Even more detailed than you, Phil?
Come on.
Goodness.
You know I love my details.
Okay.
It's all about the details.
So you have Sean
I
number
have
1
Sean,
as well.
We have to put respect on that man's name for what he has done for the New Orleans Saints. They started off as the New Orleans Aints. They were able to get to a Super Bowl. He helped a quarterback become a Hall of Famer. Now, I understand, and we went back and forth with Drew Brees and all that, but he actually helped him get back on track after Drew Brees hurt his shoulder.
Did.
Then came here, like you just got done describing and explaining. So what that man has done.
And that's a good point, too, because anyone could have had Drew Brees.
Anybody.
Anyone could have had Bo Nix.
But Sean said, in particular, I want these 2 quarterbacks. They fit the mold of what I want done. They fit my system, and I can envision, right? Because he likes to paint pictures.
He does.
I can envision these 2 quarterbacks lifting that Lombardi trophy. One already did with Drew Brees, who's a Hall of Famer. The other one is close. 3 games. If Bo Nix can find a way to stay flawless and the defense can do their part, and they win 3 games, Bo Nix will raise up that trophy in year number 2. And that's not just because of Bo and the defense. You have to put a lot of that on that Sean Payton did his job as a head coach, and he's a hell of a head coach, Zach. I'm proud of you. He's number 1.
He's a hell of a head coach. We both have number 1. And by the way, when I say, hey, anyone could have had Bo Nix, what I mean is you didn't have to trade up to number 1 pick to get Bo Nix. You didn't have to trade up to 3 or 5 or 7. You could have traded with the Chicago Bears, right? And instead of them drafting Rome Odunze, you could have been at number 9 and drafted Bo. That's what I meant by anyone could have had him. And he wasn't even picked 10th. You said he was picked 10th. He was picked 12th. J.J. McCarthy was picked 10th. So truly, anyone who really had eyes for Bo could have went and got Bo. Sean waited and got Bo. And here we are. All right, we'll finish the rest of the power rankings of the AFC playoff picture coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303-LAW-4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303-LAW-4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, Colorado, when you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, head to Johnson Auto Plaza. Explore their huge selection of new Chevy, Buick, and GMC trucks and SUVs. Find your new truck or SUV at JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com. Stop in and experience the Johnson advantage that so many now know. Johnson Auto Plaza is your truck and SUV headquarters. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, let's finish our list here. Ranking the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture. We both had Sean Payton number 1 for all the reasons that we just described in the last segment. Who's number 2? All right, so I went first.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jim Harbaugh. I am. And I know that, well, I'm not going to reset the whole thing, but I am not going to let the compass for my decision on this list just coming down to, hey,
Super Bowls
13 years ago, Mike Tomlin won the last game of the year instead of losing it, and had he lost it, he wouldn't have been in consideration. So I'm just gonna go with my gut. Jim Harbaugh is a phenomenal coach. Jim Harbaugh turned around a San Diego program, not San Diego State, San Diego. Okay, San Diego football. Killed it to a point where he gets the Stanford job, put Stanford on a level that they, I don't know if, haven't been on since really ever, even when Elway was there. So when he was there, it was the best of before or since. He comes to the San Francisco 49ers. It was an inept operation. He brings them to the Super Bowl.
Definitely takes them back to the Super Bowl. And
multiple different quarterbacks, has success with each of them. Goes to college. Michigan, you got to remember, Michigan was not in a great place. They were hiring guys like Brady Hoke and Rich Rodriguez.
He helped revive it, and then when he left, he crashed it back down there. Huh? Everything went back to not too good over there in Michigan.
And they went to a national championship and lost before they won it, right? I think they lost. So he brought them to multiple national championships.
wins a national championship, comes to the Chargers. They're an excellent team. I'm going with Jim Harbaugh.
I love it. Hey, man, I'm not going to sit here and have any pushback from Jim Harbaugh. That's not my guy. The guy I'm thinking about is the guy who just had an insane year this year in his first year coaching the New England Patriots, and that's Mike Vrabel. And Mike Vrabel, he was fired from Tennessee. That was a big mistake. Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach. He's a player's coach. Not only has he coached and done a great job coaching these players, but he was a player. He won 3 Super Bowls. He's trying to get his first Super Bowl as a head coach. But also he has one of the biggest one-year turnarounds. He took New England, who was 4-13, turned them into 14-3.
Remarkable.
Drake Maye. And we talk about Drake Maye. But Drake Maye has had an awesome year. Why? Because he has the right coach, the right vision. Drake Maye has a great possibility of winning this MVP. Now, I don't think he's going to win it. I think they're going to give it to Matthew Stafford because he's been there long enough, and they probably feel sorry about Matt Stafford and what he has done in the past and having to be with Detroit.
He also had a great year.
He had a great year. Yeah, I don't want to take nothing from him. But also, it's just Vrabel has done a great job of injecting his identity into the New England Patriots, making them relevant again, and they have a chance to try to win a Super Bowl. They're the number 2 seed. If it wasn't for them messing up at the beginning of the year and getting beat by the Raiders, my guessing is they'd be number 1.
I still can't believe that happened.
Crazy. So thank you, Raiders, and thank you, New England, for not doing your job. So we had the number 1 seed here, but Mike Vrabel's number 2 for me, Zach.
Man, he's number 3 for me for a lot of the reasons that you just named. I mean, this is a flat out coach of the year. I mean, he is excellent. All he has done is succeed. From the time that he was at Ohio State, all Big Ten, goes to the Patriots. You mentioned 3-time Super Bowl champion, first team All-Pro, all-decade team, gets into coaching. The Titans have been not very good for most of their existence.
Yes.
And he had him as the 1 seed. And actually, I heard, I was listening to a sports gambling podcast, and a question came up that we had asked, last week, the week before, is are the Broncos the least thought of 1 seed ever? And they were having that conversation, and they said the Broncos are the least thought of, or they said worst, but they said the Broncos are the worst 1 seed since the Tennessee Titans with Ryan Tannehill and Mike Vrabel.
Tannehill, Vrabel, and Derrick Henry was there.
Yes, but you think about what he did with that operation, which has historically been lacking, organizationally. And look where he has him in the first year. I mean, you can't make that up. It's is that the greatest in-season turnaround in NFL history?
Yes, I want to say so.
I think that it is.
No,
I think that
yes,
it is.
It is.
So, Vrabel's the man. I cannot believe that Tennessee thought that they could do better than Mike Vrabel. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
It's not always greener on the other side. They're learning that right now. Now they're trying to find a different coach.
Yep.
Maybe someone like Vance Joseph will be the guy that can help them out. But yeah, you don't just get rid of great coaches. John Harbaugh, great coach. Let's see what the Baltimore Ravens do.
Yep.
Mike Tomlin's another one. There's speculation that he may leave and mutually part ways. Be careful what you wish for. That's all I have to say.
Who's your third coach?
Third coach is going to be Duval.
Really?
Liam Cohen. And just what he did in his first year as a head coach. We have to remember he was an offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait a second.
Duval.
Wait, so with Drake Maye, he's only done it 1 year, and you need to see more before he's a franchise quarterback, but you have Liam Cohen over Super Bowl champions?
Tell me.
After 1 year?
Look, when it comes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, what do you usually think about when it comes to Jacksonville?
His first year's not even over.
When you think about the Jacksonville Jaguars, the only time they've had success is when they upset the Denver Broncos.
No, they were also in the AFC Championship game in 2017 against the Patriots.
But who remembers that?
I do. I just did.
Yeah, because you did your research.
No, I just know it. Doug Marrone coached team.
Liam Cohen, in his first year as a head coach, takes a team. He has the second best 1 year turnaround other than Mike Vrabel. His team was 4-13 before he got there. Helped bring them back to 14-3. Trevor Lawrence, who none of us thought about. We thought he was going to be a bust. I know I did. I have no respect for Trevor Lawrence until Liam Cohen got in the mix and brought new life into that man, brought new life into that team. And they're taking on his identity. He came into here, who we just gave Sean Payton the number 1 nod, right? He's the number 1 on the list. Well, he came into our house and disrespected us It wasn't a close game, Zach. Liam Cohen put his foot up in our ass.
His body of work, I can't. He's too high on this list. He's too
Number
high.
3.
He's never won a playoff game.
It's his first
And
year.
he's third on your list.
How is he
Hold on
supposed to
a
win a
second.
playoff game when this is his first year?
It's a lack of sample
and
size.
You know what?
Holy
He's
smokes.
getting ready to win his first playoff game, according to you.
I think so.
Okay.
I think he's got a better football team than Sean McDermott.
He does in his first year. In his first year?
In his first year. But he's never won a playoff game.
McDermott has been there for forever, and you're talking about Liam Cohen, who in his first year, and he's missing his number 1 draft pick, by the way, and our boy Travis Hunter, and has that team 14-3. Duval.
Too high on the list. We'll finish this exercise up coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. I get it. Well, January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows Free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And ask how you could get a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. If you're feeling cold drafts, have trouble getting your windows open or closed, or paying a lot for your heat, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit WindowNation.com now.
Remember the movie It's a Wonderful Life? The one with Jimmy Stewart, who plays the part of a hometown banker named George Bailey. This is Glenn Jamarot. I'm president of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. George Bailey cared about others, about doing the right thing. When times got tough, George Bailey stood by his customers in every way he could. Alpine Bank believes in those same values. We believe that caring about you in good times and in tough times, caring will enable your family, your business, your community, and our nation as a whole to prosper in ways you've never seen before. Alpine Bank believes, we know, that all our futures depend on one thing, caring about one another. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
A careless driver caused your crash. Medical bills are piling up, and you might not be able to work. Life just got a lot more expensive, and you don't know what to do. At Berg Simpson, Your consultation is absolutely free. We'll explain your legal options at no cost to you. Help starts with a phone call to us.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, college football playoff action continues as Miami faces Ole Miss starting at 7.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
All right, so we'll finish up the exercise that we've been trying to finish up for 2 or 3 segments here.
You don't like my list.
I do not like your list. I do not. Bad list.
Duval, what is that? 4? He's number 4 or number 3? He's number 3.
Dude, come on. I don't want to reset the whole thing. It's your list.
Exactly.
So you have 4 coaches' names so far?
I think we only got to 3 before you started to.
Okay.
Say how my list was bad.
That's right. So you have Sean Payton number 1.
Yep.
And this is AFC coaches only. Sean Payton number 1. You have Mike Vrabel number 2.
Yep.
And you have Liam Cohen number 3.
Small market team.
All right, they are a small market team. They are riding that thing till the wheels fall off. I'm going to go with my first 3 were Sean Payton. We agreed on that. I had Jim Harbaugh number 2 for all the reasons that I already itemized. I had Mike Vrabel number 3, and number 4 for me is DeMeco Ryans. And the reason I have DeMeco Ryans over certainly someone like Liam Cohen is I've seen him do it multiple times. This is the 3rd year in a row. He inherited. What was the Texans' record before he took that job?
I want to say they won.
I mean, dude, they had the 2nd overall pick. They drafted Will Anderson, excuse me, it was C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Wasn't Will Anderson the same class too? It was like
they had
like
a
couple picks later.
Exactly.
I think it was like 5th or something. But yeah, I mean, this was a horrific operation, and no one knows that better than you, who was playing for the Texans when they were down and out.
They were trying to lose. And if you remember, Lovie Smith, everybody was upset with Lovie Smith because they said, hey, like, look, you messed it up for us. We were going to go after Young. Was it Bryce Young?
Yes.
He was going to go after Bryce Young.
And the owner, it had been reported that and I'm forgetting the guy's name down there, McNair, I think. He said, not on the record, but to people within the organization, we want Bryce Young. And Lovie Smith won that Week 18 game, and they got stuck with the number 2 pick. Couldn't draft Bryce Young. You draft C.J. Stroud instead. The year before DeMeco Ryans took the job, the Texans were 3-13-1. The first year he got the job, 10-7. And in the playoffs. Back in the playoffs in year number 2, and this year they're 12-5. And feeling like all things possible there in Houston. We'll see what happens. They go to Pittsburgh on Sunday night. Monday night.
So that's number 4 for you.
It's number 4 for me, DeMeco Ryans.
Number 4 for me, DeMeco Ryans as well, Zach, for everything you just said. And you said it best, right? He had back-to-back 10-win seasons when he first got there, and then this is his first year with a 12-win season, tying franchise record. So he's doing his thing. All he does is win. He has a young quarterback that a lot of people out there believe is the franchise quarterback, has a number 1 defense. You got to put him at number 4.
All right, and for me, number 5, as we count down our AFC coaches, starting with number 1 through number 7, Following Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel, D'Amico Ryans, I am going to go with, and I don't feel great about it, but I'm going with Mike Tomlin. All right. Now, Mike Tomlin could have got fired on Sunday Night Football had that kick gone through. And actually, I believe that it was trending to be the case. And now you fast forward, it's like Monday night, you're hosting a playoff game.
Yeah.
Right. And so crazy how fickle the NFL can be. But I'm going to go with Tomlin, a Super Bowl champion, and more than just a Super Bowl champion, honestly, is just the model of consistency.
Very consistent.
Yes, he's lost 6 straight playoff games. Like, that's not great. But when you roll out a winning product year after year after year, and the names and faces come and go, and you're the only consistent or constant, rather, that's just a massive amount of respect. I think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Give me Mike Tomlin.
Zach, we're starting to get on the same page now. For me, number 5 is Mike Tomlin. Won the Super Bowl, 12 playoff appearances, has been 8-11 in the playoffs. All right, 22 consecutive non-losing seasons. That's big. All right, that's something that is very hard to do, and Mike Tomlin's the only one to be able to do that. He's doing it with the old quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, and has kind of helped him revive himself and kind of rejuvenate him to want to continue to play, and he's doing a good job. And so, hey, three straight playoff appearances. Give me Mike Tomlin.
Yep. By the way, how crazy is it that there's 7 coaches here in the AFC playoff picture, and 2 of them played at the same college as players? Do you know who it is?
2 of them played at the same college.
Yes. 2 of these 7 AFC coaches were both were college football players, and they played at the same college. Anyone behind the glass? A little trivia before. Do we have trivia today? I didn't put it in the rundown.
Today.
I forgot to put it in the rundown. You could have saved me a segment.
I threw it in there for you.
Oh, what'd you do with the segment that was in there?
I left it in there.
Oh, okay.
I would guess Vrabel and Sean Payton.
Vrabel and Sean Payton?
No.
Didn't Sean Payton play in college?
He did. But Vrabel played at Ohio State.
Okay, not them then.
Sean Payton played at I think Eastern Illinois. Oh. You know who played at Kent State was Nick Saban. So which of these 2 coaches played at the same school? It's Sean McDermott and Mike Tomlin. Both played at the same school. Do you guys know what school it is? Anyone? We actually asked this as a trivia question like a year ago to the morning show. William and Mary. The real tribe, Cecil and Dover. They're the tribe.
Yeah.
William and Mary. So we both have Tomlin here, number 5, okay? And with my 6th pick, after Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel, D'Amico Ryans, Mike Tomlin, I am down between Liam Cohen and Sean McDermott, the 2 coaches that will play each other this weekend.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing, Zach. We all know who the coach should be at the dead last.
I'm going to go with Liam Cohen as number 6. I'm going to go with Liam Cohen as number 6.
There you go.
The greatest in-season turnaround in the history, or the second greatest season-over-season turnaround in NFL history. This guy is a genius. I can't believe once upon a time I'm calling a game at Maine for the Black Bears, and Liam Cohen is the offensive coordinator. And this guy's great at what he does. And no one has been able to make Trevor Lawrence work the way that he was supposed to work as the number 1 pick coming out of Clemson until Liam Cohen walked in the building. And that means Sean McDermott is my last. I am down on you, Sean. You have cost Josh Allen time and time again. You are a defensive coach, and your defense has given up 33 points a game in playoff losses. That average will go up after this weekend. You guys are ruining the window of Josh Allen. I have McDermott last. That's my 6 and 7.
I mean, I'm gonna fast forward to just the last one, then I'll go back to my 6th one. But 7th is McDermott as well. I mean, he has had his opportunities. He has one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and yet he cannot get to the final destination, to the promised land, the Super Bowl. He has had opportunity after opportunity, and yet the Buffalo Bills continue to give him more opportunities. I think this is it. If Liam Cohen, who is actually my number 3, ends up beating the Bills, John Harbaugh is going to swoop in and be the next head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
God, I hope so.
So for Sean McDermott, like this is it, buddy. You're dead last on the totem pole when it comes to my list, to ZB's list, and I don't know who else's list, but I'm not going to give him that much respect. So number 7 is McDermott, and number 6, Mr. Jim Harbaugh. Second season with the Chargers. Okay, he had a built-in quarterback that's really, really, really good, and that's Justin Herbert. And they got into that playoff last year, and they looked bad. It wasn't just Justin, it was the whole team. And who's coaching the team? Jim Harbaugh. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Jim. Jim is an amazing coach, and he's tough, and he has owned the Denver Broncos. It was between Mike Tomlin and Jim Harbaugh for that 5 and 6 spot. I just put Mike Tomlin over Jim because of the Super Bowl. Jim did not win the Super Bowl yet, has not won a Super Bowl yet. He's waiting for that, and he's going to have to wait a long time because they're going to beat New England. And your precious Drake May, ZB.
My precious Drake May. I'm
and
picking
then
the
they're gonna
Chargers.
Get stumped by the Denver Broncos.
I got $100 on the Chargers plus 4.5 on Sunday night. New England, they have beaten one playoff team this year. One. That's like the Broncos last year, who beat Tampa in Week 3. Who was the one team that the Patriots beat that was a playoff team? You remember?
The Bills.
The Bills in Buffalo. And even then, they split with Buffalo. Dante, go ahead.
The Patriots are 2-2 against playoff teams.
Oh, are they
this year.
2-2? God, what other playoff team did they beat?
I will do some research.
Okay. I thought it was only one. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I was going to say Baltimore, but Baltimore's not a playoff team. Okay. But, so their resume, New England's resume is just...
You could say fraud, a little bit fraudulent.
But...
You can't necessarily say that for the Denver Broncos because of the way that they won some of these games. And they've won. And when you look at, their opponents, it's tougher.
Oh, God. You know who the other playoff team that the Patriots beat?
Who?
The Panthers.
Ah.
Panthers. Who, by the way...
The Panthers.
The Panthers. For those who don't know, and I'm guessing most people don't know this weekend, the Rams, they're now laying 10.5 points. They are officially the largest road favorite in the history of the NFL playoffs. In fact, here's another fun fact. You only get this on the drive. There has never been a road favorite of more than 7.5 points in the history of the NFL playoffs. And then now we're at 10.5 with the Rams laying that number to Carolina this weekend.
So Rams are supposed to just handle business and beat the brakes off of the Panthers, as my son would say, the Panthers. So that's going to be interesting.
And you remember, the Rams lost to Carolina in Carolina this season.
That was a major upset.
It was a major upset. But, and I know this is not how football works or life works, but if you just take away the turnovers, because you remember, Stafford threw 27 straight touchdowns in a row before that game, and then he had multiple turnovers in that game. The turnovers completely flipped the complexion of the game, as turnovers do. But if you look at every other play and just take out the turnovers, the Rams dominated. They dominated. And I think they're going to win this weekend, of course, like most everyone else. But I do think they find a way to pull away and cover the largest road favorite spread in NFL history.
They're going to cover the spread, and my guessing is by the fourth quarter, they're going to have Matthew Stafford and some of the guys out. I truly think it's going to be like that. I don't believe the Panthers are a playoff team. When you watch them play, even Bryce Young, who, by the way, I want to say has 6 comeback wins this year, or 6 comeback drives at the end of the day at the end of the games to win it. So 6 game-winning drives. I'm sorry, but it's not enough. They don't have enough talent to stick with the Rams as long as the Rams do not turn the ball over.
Yeah. So just reflecting on this list, power ranking the coaches in the AFC playoff picture. We did the quarterbacks yesterday. We'll do the defenses tomorrow. We both had Sean Payton number 1, organically. And I know, someone might hear and say, well, 2 guys are doing sports radio in Denver, pick the Denver coach number 1. No. Authentically and organically landing on Sean Payton. And I think that over the next 2 games, in an effort to get to the Super Bowl, the Denver Broncos have to get the very best of Sean. Because, look, this team is, much like the other teams in the AFC, they're far from perfect. But in terms of a 1 seed, it feels like there is less margin for error with this club because of who they are on offense than most any other number one seed that I've ever seen personally. And Sean is the offensive mastermind behind this thing. And
I always say, Zach, and it's like this. We all know Sean wasn't the first pick for Greg Penner.
Wasn't the second one either.
Wasn't the second. So I always say Sean wasn't the coach that we wanted. It was the coach that we needed to come in here and kind of clean up things, get the right quarterback for the job, get the right coaching staff for the job. The defense is doing their part, but building a culture and painting that picture that everybody believes in now. All of us do. Broncos country does too. We have 3 games, and if we can win 3 games and Bo can be at his best, the defense can be at their best, and Sean Payton, like you just got done talking about, can be at his best, 3 games and we win all 3 of them, we're Super Bowl champs.
Yeah. Do you agree though with the margin for error? How there's basically like no margin for error with the Denver Broncos?
Zach, it's the offense. We know that the offense doesn't have as much firepower as somebody may want or thinking when you have a team that's 14-3. We know that if Sean Payton goes out there and doesn't call a good game and Bo Nix makes a couple bad mistakes and they're behind the 8 ball.
You said a couple. I think one could do it.
So you're okay, even that, like
literally,
a turnover, right? Like interception,
yes.
That flips the field.
A fumble. Like if the Broncos
are,
if they're -1 in the turnover margin, man, it could be a coin flip. And it could be a coin flip already. Like when the odds come out, whoever wins this weekend, and we don't know how it's all going to shake out. When the odds come out, I would imagine that the Broncos are going to be like a 2 to 3 point favorite to whoever's coming to Denver.
But for Sean has to be creative in the run game, creative with Bo Nix, and definitely in the red zone. All right, get the tight ends involved like he has done in the past so that we can score touchdowns. Because if we don't score touchdowns and we have to settle for field goals, we will not beat the Chargers. We will not beat Houston. Hell, we may not even be able to beat the Steelers if we can't get into the end zone. So Sean knows that he's going to have to be at his best if we're going to win these games.
Well, my sentiment that I'm sort of expressing here, I heard it in the tone and the words that Joel Klatt articulated this morning to our morning show. And this is what Joel said about how he feels about the Broncos heading into the postseason.
I can't remember a time, and at least in my lifetime, and I know it's only been a handful of years, but I can't remember a time when Denver had the number 1 seed when I felt this anxious about it. I don't feel great about this Denver team. I don't know how else to explain it, guys. Now, granted, the entire playoff picture on the AFC side, no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow. Yeah, the only guy sitting out there that you really fear, I think, is Josh Allen. Now maybe Trevor Lawrence turns into that. I think the Texans' defense is obviously an elite unit. But that being said, I hate to say it this way, but my fear is that Denver's a bit of a paper tiger as the number 1 seed. I don't know if you guys feel differently.
So the same things that we were just sort of implying, we didn't come out and say it, but the Patriots' schedule and their route to how they got to 14-3, you can throw sort of a challenge flag at it if you want. But I don't think it's to the same degree because I think that the Broncos have better wins on their schedule. The Packers, the Eagles, Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I know KC, it didn't age the way that we thought.
Better wins and a better defense.
There you go,
than even New England.
Yeah. But I think that New England has a better offense than the Denver Broncos.
I will agree with you on that.
So it's one of these things where, he says paper tiger. I mean, what he said in that phrase, so many people around the country are thinking about the Broncos like that. So there's a reason they kick off the game and they don't just go by the Vegas spread and they play the games. So let's play the games. And you win a playoff game, you're going to become more believable. But there's way too big of a goal on the line than believability or sentiment. There's a Lombardi trophy hanging in the balance. And one of these AFC teams, because they all have flaws, every single one of them, every one of them has a flaw. Right? The Broncos, we talk about their offense. The Patriots, who have they actually played? Right? They beat 2 playoff teams. One of them is a lackluster Bills team comparatively to who they've been in years past, and the other one is the Panthers, who's one of the worst playoff teams in recent memory. The Jags, like I don't know.
Yeah, are they believable?
And Trevor Lawrence has never been in this spot before. The Steelers, like they're a missed kick away from being on their couch and Mike Tomlin potentially getting fired. So you can go all the way up and down the list. So But
well, I will say there's a little pushback on the Trevor Lawrence thing before we move on. Trevor Lawrence has been to the playoffs he's 1-1. So he kind of knows what it's about now. Playing at the level that he is, sustaining that's different. What do you look like? Can you be the same version of yourself when it matters the most, especially going up against the Buffalo Bills, who have the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but my guessing is the best quarterback, and we ranked him yesterday going into the playoffs in the AFC. So that changes things.
Well, I'll say this about Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs. He's been there.
Yeah.
He's 1-1.
Yeah.
His completion percentage goes down 5 whole percentage points, and he throws an interception for every touchdown he throws. In 2 playoff games, he's got 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. And,
this is where Duval, this is where he comes to play. He's going to have to help his younger quarterback out, keep him his mental there, and make sure that he's creative with his play calling, which he has been this whole year. That's why they're averaging over 30 points a game. Now, it's different. It's the playoffs, like I just got done explaining. Like, it's just a different ball game. Who has the better defense? Who doesn't make the same mistakes twice? Who doesn't throw that interception? Like, that's going to be the deciding factor in these games. With the Denver Broncos, the one thing I'm concerned about, Zach, the one thing that I go to sleep right now, and it kind of makes me quiver, right? You shake a little bit like I had a nightmare, is the offensive line and what they look like because they're banged up. We don't know.
What do you mean they're banged up? What's the injury?
You got Garrett Bowles with the ankle.
Yeah. I mean, he should. 2 weeks.
Big.
Yeah.
You know how ankles are.
No, I know.
Those weak little skinny ankles.
Man,
takes you 3 weeks.
Dude, I had a bad ankle sprain at one point, and real bad, where it looked like a softball.
Yeah.
On my and look, I know I played small time sports comparatively to you guys at the station, but I was playing JUCO and I was going for a scholarship. And man, I was playing. We had a scrimmage against RPI where Matt Patricia, remember Matt Patricia,
yeah.
where he played his college football, and I came down on the side of my foot, man. And at the time, I thought my life was over because I was playing so well. By JUCO standards, I was one of the nation's leading rebounders, and I was in the training room, but it was weeks. So I'll
say something. You have someone like Luke Wattenberg, right? He is not going to be available for the first 2 playoff games. Well, his backup, Alex Forsyth, right? Did we forget about Alex? No, we didn't, because he's doing some good stuff now. He has an ankle sprain or something wrong with his ankle. Now, he taped it up, was able to get back in the game, but we know as a 300-pound lineman, what is it going to feel like for you the next day? The day after that, you are going to have to go through some stuff, go through rehab, and hopefully you're healthy enough to play. You're our backup center, all right? And we know if you play the sport, in the football world, the center is one of, if not the most important parts when it comes to your quarterback, because he's the one that's identifying things out there, the fronts, putting everybody in good protections and sliding if the quarterback cannot do it at the time. And then Ben Powers, even though he's out there, Zach, and you watched him just like I did, he's not the same right now. And on top of that, he had a surgery done to his tricep. So he's still hurting. Don't let that fool you. Just because they're out there doesn't mean that they're not hurt.
The reason I gave you a little bit of pushback, because we're talking about sprained ankles and not ACLs, right? And they have the bye. Everyone else is going to be playing while they're banged up. The Broncos have a chance to get healthy. Like, you look at the Chargers, they're in this position with Joe Alt done for the season. Who's the other one? Rashawn Slater, another first round. Like, both tackles out. Like, the Broncos in general are pretty healthy. They're pretty healthy. We can't. Hold on a second.
Come on, Zach. If you have a bum ankle, going up against someone like Nick Bonito when you can't,
I don't like what I'm hearing from you right now. Are you laying the groundwork?
No, I'm just
an excuse.
What
the
I'm
Broncos
laying
have to bye, Phil.
It does. Just because you get a week off doesn't mean that you magically are 100%.
Who is 100% right now?
All I'm saying is you have your left tackle, one of the best left tackles in the league, and Garrett Bowles, who's one of the most athletic tackles in the league, who's dealing with a big-time ankle injury that when people were reporting on it, said that it swelled up like a balloon. All right, that's going to take more than a week to heal.
No, I know, but thankfully, he has more than a week.
I'm just saying, like, you go out there, if you're limping and all of a sudden you give up that sack, we're going to be critiquing him like, oh, what's Garrett Bowles doing?
Yeah, it's the playoffs. Yes, you need to get him right.
I'm just trying to put awareness out there.
You put awareness. Yes, spread awareness.
Wattenberg, our starting center, who has done a hell of a job and just got a contract.
Phil.
He is not playing. Forsyth, hurt, banged up.
Did Garrett Bowles come back into the game, or did he stay out of the game?
He did. He came back.
Okay. Just checking.
And was
Phil,
Bo
they have the
running
bye.
for his life?
I don't want to hear about
Was Bo running
health.
for his life?
The Broncos are one of the healthier teams in the league with an extra week off that almost no one else has in the AFC. All right, don't lay the groundwork for goodness gracious. All right. By the way, in JUCO, I came back after that ankle and,
how many weeks?
and pulled down a school record 20
how many
rebounds.
Weeks? I just want to know. How
20
many weeks?
rebounds, non-center. People still talk about it to this day.
How many weeks did it take?
About 3.
Oh, okay.
All right. The Denver Broncos.
You were about $152.
I was about 178 at the time. Yeah. Springy, though. Bouncy.
You in your prime.
All right. The Broncos had one of the 5 most watched games of the NFL season. Do you realize that? Broncos had one of the 5 most watched games of the NFL season. Which one do you think it is? We'll fill you in next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, Dan Cicchini with Dunright. Great pricing options and bank financing? You bet. Kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Done right since 1985. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Dunright. Visit drhi.com. Thanks.
Dental phobia? Consider sedation dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, coloradosedation.com.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The West isn't just a place, it's a feeling. And this January 10th through the 25th, the National Western Stock Show presented by Common Spirit Health brings the heart of the West to Denver. So saddle up for 16 days of rodeo action, family fun, and championship livestock. This is where tradition meets excitement. This is who we are. We are the West. Tickets available at nationalwestern.com.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
Hey, Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Brandon Stokely here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide.
When you've been hit by an 18-wheeler, there's 3 things you need to do. First, call the police and get medical care. Second, don't talk to the insurance company alone. And third, call the truck crash lawyers at Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson has 50 years of experience holding them accountable and over $50 million recovered after truck crashes. Call Berg Simpson today and let us fight for you so you can focus on healing.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, college football playoff action continues as Miami faces Ole Miss starting at 7.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, come off the top rope with it! 1! All righty. So the Broncos had one of the 5 most watched games of the NFL season. Which one do you think it was? Did you already see this, Phil, on the rundown?
No, I actually closed my eyes on this one because I wanted to guess.
Do not believe you.
I wanted to guess
for 1 second. Now, if I were to guess, now I know what the answer is, but I just found out this morning what it was. I would have guessed.
I know what I would have guessed.
I think I would have guessed the Green Bay game.
Exactly. I mean, it was hyped up, prime time slot. So why wouldn't it be? Jordan Love, both teams are in the playoffs.
So it wasn't officially a primetime slot, but it was in the very valued I'll say 425 because that's what the rest of the country looks at it. It was on CBS. It was Tony Romo.
Yeah.
It was Jim Nantz. So it was a big boy time slot. But that's what I would have guessed. It was week 15. Both teams were excellent. That is not the correct answer. The correct answer is Broncos Chiefs week 11 on CBS. Now that was the game. They also had Romo and Nance on that game, and that's when they couldn't stop talking about how loud the crowd was. When he was like, "We've been a lot of places, Jim. This is the loudest." 29.
What? I can't hear you.
29 million people watch Broncos Chiefs in week 11, the 5th most watched game of the season.
Man, 29 million people.
Isn't that nuts?
Watching our Denver Broncos.
Crazy. So more people watched Broncos Chiefs in week 11 than watched any college football playoff game last weekend, which were all in primetime, basically. How about this? As much as we can't stand Kansas City, KC had 4 of the 5 most watched games of the year. People tune in to see them lose, And once upon a time, that was that was New England, And what's the quote from Batman? You live. Hold on. You're a hero if you live long enough. You're the villain. Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah,
something
I know exactly
like
what you're.
Anyone
you're
behind the
about.
glass know that quote?
Do you want it?
Yes, I do, Dante. I'm sitting here drowning.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
There it is. Okay. How about this? Just in terms of NFL viewership this year, CBS reports this season was their most watched season ever, up 11% year over year. The average game on CBS, 21 million viewers. Don't forget KC at Dallas on Thanksgiving. 57 million Americans watched. It's the most watched NFL regular season game of all time. Meanwhile, Fox reports it was the most watched season in 10 years, going back to 2015. They averaged 19 million viewers a game on Fox. And here's what they also reported. Their pregame show, the Fox pregame show, averaged over 4 million viewers. That means more Americans watched the Fox pregame show than the Stanley Cup Finals this past year.
I mean, football runs the world. They want to hear about it. They want to watch it. I mean, life is good when you have some football on, right? That's why we're playing it. That's why we're playing it almost every single – it seems like almost every single month some type of football is being played. And when football is not being played, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
The draft.
Yep.
All right, the combine.
Free
Everything
agency.
is just about football.
Yeah. NBC reports it had their most watched season of all time as well. Average viewership on Sunday Night Football was nearly 24 million every Sunday night. Sunday Night Football is pacing to finish as Primetime's #1 program for an unprecedented 15th consecutive season. Absolutely insane numbers.
1, 2.
Trae Young is headed to the Washington Wizards, a 4-time All-Star cornerstone of the Atlanta Hawks. In exchange for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. It was reported last offseason that Atlanta did not want to re-up Young. He was up for a max contract. The Hawks basically didn't even attempt to start a conversation about re-signing Trae Young. Now, it was also reported that Washington was Young's preferred trade destination, which basically what you need to know about that is there's not a lot of places for someone like Trae Young. There's not. He doesn't... This is someone who puts up numbers but does not impact winning. And when you look around the league, you say, okay, who needs a point guard? There's not a lot of teams that need a point guard like Trae Young.
So you truly think a lot of teams were like, hey, we're just out on him. We don't need him. We don't want him. I don't know how his attitude is. Obviously, if the Hawks don't want to get something done, there's more to it than just his play.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I legitimately think it's about his play. I'll repeat it. He does not impact winning. Now, the direction that they're going, Atlanta, and I know most people don't care about this stuff, but the Hawks have basically built their team in the modern image of the NBA. Long, rangy players. And Trae Young is bite-sized, right? And so, and here's the thing. What happened. First of all, the organization started to realize this. It's not new information to them, but Trae Young had to miss about a month. And the Hawks played their best basketball this season without him. He came back, and they immediately started losing again.
Okay.
And so, the writing is on the wall. No. And basically what the idea is here, he's going to go to Washington and just try to recoup his value. Play well with a young team, try to recoup his value. Someone like Trae Young commands big money, and we're in a second apron era. And it's just, that's the summary of that big trade in the NBA last night.
I'll tell you what, Trae Young, go out there, find a way to kind of rejuvenate yourself, get your money, because you're in Washington. There's nothing else out there.
No, and here's the thing, and this is the business side of it. People are not showing up to the Wizards games. And so Trae Young does represent some sort of, name brand value to go to the games. And so he really has to humble himself and And we'll see how it looks. Any thought there, Dante Gomez? I know you're a huge NBA guy.
Yeah, to me it shows that Trae Young cares about getting paid more than he cares about winning, and I think Washington gives him the opportunity to get paid and still be on a losing franchise. And I like Atlanta. I think it was smart to move off of Young and not give him a max contract. In today's second apron of the NBA, you can't afford to give a guy like that a max contract. He's just not a max player in 2025 or 2026.
No, and here's the thing, though, and I have to say this to you, Dante, is that even if he was willing to take less, I still think Atlanta just wants him to go.
Yeah.
He is not a fit for who they are anymore. Like, you look at these guys, Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson, the Ricochet kid that they took at the top of the draft a year or two ago. Like, they're just going in a completely different direction, and it doesn't involve Trae Young. I have no idea what is next for that young man, because at one point in time, he was like a shooting star in the Eastern Conference Finals. And that feels like a lifetime ago. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3!
All right, Mike McDaniel out in Miami as head coach. After a 1-5 start, he was able to salvage the season, get to 7-10. It wasn't enough. It was also rumored that they were the team that reached out to John Harbaugh's representation, who still had a head coach at the time. You remember that Adam Schefter tweet?
Yep.
What do you make about Mike McDaniel hitting the street?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It kind of got bad over there in Miami, and if it gets bad and you have players not showing up to meetings, players not respecting each other, not respecting the coaching staff, it goes on your head coach. Your head coach is the one running what's happening with the players, what's happening with the team when it comes to the X's and O's and on that football field. And so for Mike, I just think that it got away from him, and a lot of people out there do not respect him in the facility. That's what it came down to, and they moved on. So what I'm thinking about is, okay, how does this affect somebody like VJ though? Because now Mike McDaniel, he may have an opportunity to go, let's say, Baltimore, because he is very creative as a play caller when it comes to the offensive side. What does that look like with someone like Lamar Jackson? And then for VJ, it's like, damn, man, another coach that's out there that may go before me. So it's another guy that I have to try to overcome when I know that someone like John Harbaugh's out there, and Stefanski's out there. So it's one of these things where, as a coach, when you're trying to get back in the door, you don't want other coaches being fired.
Right. You don't want it to be crowded.
Exactly.
I think it's funny, man. Not funny, but just noteworthy that we get to crowning these young coaches sometimes so quickly. And it's like Mike McDaniel, like he just thinks about the game at such a higher level, and he's such a genius. We did this with Brandon Staley as well with the Chargers.
Yeah.
It's like, boy wonder, man, oh my gosh. And they put crowns on them, and they bring out the anointing oil, and they anoint them, and it's like, well, let's see you do it a couple times here. And it makes you appreciate someone like Sean Payton more, who has lasted the test of time.
You taking a shot at me for that Liam Cohen?
No, but if the shoe fits, wear it, Cinderella. All right, shifting gears here. We somehow have another twist and a turn when it comes to Broncos assistant coaches getting head coach interviews. We'll fill you in on what you need to know coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
The University of Denver brings you the best athletics in the metro area. From lacrosse, basketball, hockey, soccer, gymnastics, and more, we have a sport to cheer on at DU. Ticket packages are available to meet your busy lifestyle and are easy on the wallet. Learn more on our digital platforms, including DenverPioneers.com.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
HelloFresh makes home cooking nutritious, delicious, and exciting. You excited when you get those freezer-burnt, pre-packaged meals in the mail? I know I'm not. Go to HelloFresh.com to explore plans and menus because nothing hits like home cooking.
Hey, Colorado, when you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, head to Johnson Auto Plaza. Explore their huge selection of new Chevy, Buick, and GMC trucks and SUVs. Find your new truck or SUV at JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com. Stop in and experience the Johnson advantage that so many now know. Johnson Auto Plaza is your truck and SUV headquarters. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, Johnson Chevy Buick GMC.com.
What's up, everybody? It's Cecil. You'd love new windows. I'd love new windows. That's why I went to Window Nation. Why? Because I live in Roxborough. I deal with a ton of wind and cold winter months. Well, that means the higher heat bills. I don't want that. Well, how do you fight that? You fight it with new windows. Right now, Window Nation's buy 4, get 4 windows free sale. You can get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. It's time. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now. It's windownation.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay.
We somehow have another twist and a turn when it comes to Broncos assistant coaches getting head coaching interviews. So we know that VJ is up to his eyeballs in interviews here. However, did we know this time yesterday that he was actually interviewing with the Ravens?
No, I think my guessing is we found out right after the show was done that the Ravens were going to interview VJ. He's doing it right now, or he just got done.
Yeah, I think he did it this morning.
Yeah, this morning with the Ravens. So, I mean, he's getting interviews out the you-know-what. Now, hopefully it sticks, or he gets a second, shot at it where he can go for that second interview. That's when you know a team is serious about you.
Sure. And that's where I get what, right now it's fine. Like it's sort of like a bye week. But if you start doing the second interview and you win in the divisional round, that's where it can get like, okay, where's the focus here? And by no fault of VJ, he's put himself in this position along with the rest of the Broncos and winning so many games. But if you're doing interviews the week of the AFC Championship game, that is a little bit different, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be all in. But also, if you're VJ, you're like, well, this is my only opportunity. I may not get another one. If I'm getting a second interview option, I got to take it. But also, you still have to find a way to divide both of them, but conquer actually both of them at the same time. So when it gets there, hopefully he's ready for it.
Well, on the same day that VJ interviews with the Ravens, which happened earlier today, Davis Webb is also interviewing with the Ravens this afternoon. And look, I understand that it's almost kind of like semantical, like it's semantics. They're not going to hire Davis Webb, but they want to get to know Davis Webb. And I get that too. But a part of me is like, what are we doing?
Well, I'm with you on this. Like there's these coaches out here, some that just got fired from being head coaches and they're going to try to go at it again. There's others that have been waiting around, like Vance Joseph, who has been a head coach but has had to buy his time to get another opportunity. You have Davis Webb, who has never even been an offensive coordinator yet.
That's what I mean. It's like, what are we evaluating him on? Like, I'm sure he's got a bright mind, great personality, all that stuff, but the merit part of it, and it's by no fault of his own. He just got out of the NFL. He's been doing this for what? Is this his second year or first year?
That's his second
year. The second year.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I'd like to see you call a regular season game like play like first, but here he is interviewing with the Ravens, and honestly, a little bit of jest here, but good for him. I mean, that's an indicator on how the league is viewing you.
If you're Davis Webb, what are you thinking? Are you thinking like I have a chance?
No.
Or is this like, hey, like I'm just kind of getting familiar of how the process works when I'm in an interview room with an NFL team that wants to try to make me the next head coach?
I'd just be so incredibly flattered, and I would have to really like, how should I say this? You have to like consciously check yourself to keep your feet on the ground.
Like that.
Like you've never done anything in the coaching
Yeah.
world, and you're getting an interview with the Ravens of all teams. Like you're kind of like being called boy wonder with their actions, and eventually he's gonna get some promotion of some kind, But if he did get the Ravens job, do you think he'd bring Vance with him for his DC?
Oh, VJ would be so mad.
Like, that was my job.
Yeah, right. I mean, VJ would just say, I'm just going to stick here.
Oh, my gosh. And Sean says, no, you're not.
We need that third-round pick.
Right? We need that Rooney pick.
Somebody has to hire you.
That is good. And then the curveball, which is why I said we have a twist and a turn. I think the twist is Davis Webb interviewing with Baltimore, but the turn to match the twist is Darren Rizzi, special teams coordinator, interviewing with the New York Giants?
Honestly, Zach, that makes more sense than Davis Webb, because Rizzi had to take on the team when the other coach for the Saints got fired.
That's true.
So Rizzi was like the interim head coach.
He was the interim head coach.
He's been around for a very long time. He's been a part of Sean Payton's staff for a very long time, so he knows that part. Special teams coach. He has been a great special teams coach for a long time as well. So his resume speaks for itself. So I can see and understand why the special teams even now has kind of crept up, I want to say, close to the top 10 when it comes to a special team unit.
Okay.
So it's just kind of doing your due diligence, but also giving him his respect. So I'm okay with Rizzi getting a little bit of attention. But for Davis Webb, no disrespect to Davis Webb, but first you got to call a play in the NFL and be successful doing that as an offensive coordinator before you become a head coach.
Yeah, you're talking about skipping steps. I mean,
come on,
that would be really taking a shot on a very young man. And Rizzi, and of course, so much of this is relationship based, right? Just like any other compartment of our society, football is similar. Rizzy worked in Miami for 7 years with Joe Schoen, who's the GM of the Giants. And so when you work with someone for 7 years, I'm sure that's a big part of, in addition to, Rizzy's done some good stuff in the NFL that you laid out, but I know that's got to play a role into that. And I'll just tell you, like, you talk about a hire that would go over like a wet fart in church. If the Giants announced to their fan base that they were hiring Darren Rizzy, I mean, goodness gracious, that would not go over well.
Wet fart at a church. Huh?
Yes. Yep. You got to wake up or stand up and walk out with that thing backwards. So yeah, Rizzy's not going to get that job. Davis Webb's not going to get that job. At the end of the day, do you think Vance Joseph gets a head coaching job at the very end of the day?
At the end of the day, I think so. I think that's going to go well for him in this first interview because he does a great job of interviewing anyway. He does a great job of articulating his words. He's going to try to paint the picture like Sean Payton has for this team, and he's going to want that second chance. And I think also that some of these teams are going to be watching what the Denver Broncos do. And if they have a great performance defensively, it's like, we got to hire this coach. We have to hire this coach, get the defense settled, because defense can help you win. What I always say, championships.
Oh, you almost had it right.
Championships. Right. And so I do. Deep down inside, I do believe that this year, 2026, VJ will get a head coaching job.
Well, that would be great. I pulled up the odds for the Raiders job. Brian Flores is the favorite. Vance Joseph is second.
Brian Flores is a bad dude too, Zach, and I got to be, with him. He was my head coach at the Miami Dolphins, and you're talking about a defensive coordinator that's going to bring pressure, and it's hard to kind of stabilize and stop it. That's Brian Flores' defense. Like, Brian Flores is always going to have a great game plan, and he's a really good teacher.
All right, I won't ask you which one's better. I'm not going to put you in that spot. Tonight.
Give me VJ.
Yeah, I knew it. Tonight is the next chapter of the college football playoff. We're going to get to that here shortly because we have trivia coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception we'd love to bust. You do not need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, let's make it happen. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Colorado's largest sportsman's expo is back, Thursday through Sunday at the Colorado Convention Center in Denver. Just once a year, Colorado's largest gathering for anglers, hunters, and RVers. Buy the latest gear, discover the best destinations. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, Thursday through Sunday at the Colorado Convention Center in Denver. More info at sportsexpos.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose, from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Download the See if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Enjoy this run to the playoffs and be safe when you're going to the games or to parties. If you do get into an accident, make the right call to Flanagan Law. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastry at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, college football playoff action continues as Miami faces Ole Miss starting at 7.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, 4 o'clock on a Thursday, and that means when we're inside the NFL season, we play a little trivia. How long have we been doing this segment, do you guys think?
Year and a half?
Yeah.
Year and a half?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, about a year and a half. It has been just a hilariously fun.
I love it.
And our listeners love it, and we've had a great time with it. We're having good-natured fun, some good ribbing, and with that, Dante Gomez, hit the music.
Question number 1 from the NBA. In 53 of the 79 NBA finals that have been played, a regular season number 1 seed has won the championship. Who was the last non-number 1 seed to win it all?
Well, it's a good question. The last non-number 1 seed. All right, so let's sort of work backwards here.
Thunder.
So you have the Thunder last year; they were the top seed. The year before that, excuse me, was
the Celtics?
Yeah, Celtics.
I think they were also the 1 seed.
They were the number 1 seed.
Nuggets.
You had the Nuggets, who were the number 1 seed.
Was Toronto next after that?
No, I think it was the Warriors.
The Warriors won.
I don't know what seed they were.
22.
They were somewhat unlikely winners, so I think we could put them on the list at least.
Yeah, let's put them on the list. Okay. Yeah, because they were an improbable champion. They were an improbable champion.
Milwaukee,
Bucks in 21.
The Bucks.
The Suns hosted games 1 and 2. I know that for sure because I was at game 1. And the Suns were, I believe, the 2 or 3 seed in the West that year. I don't know if that means the Bucks were the 1 seed with a worse record than that, but I know that's factual information.
Man. Okay, so that's very relevant.
So would you put Bucks in there too with the Warriors?
Oh no, for sure, for sure. I'm just wondering if the Bucks are the answer. But I'm trying to
But they
think.
could have been the
East-
1 seed
I was
with the
gonna-
East and
yeah,
had
East
like
is-
the 4th best record in the NBA that year.
Right. And the East, that was still in this era where the East was a bit lackluster comparatively.
Before that was the Lakers COVID. I think they might have been the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And then it was Toronto. Before that, I don't know what seed Toronto was.
So that's the one that continually comes in my mind is Toronto. And then they get Kawhi later on. He got added on later, right? That year.
I forget. I don't know if he was. I
think
forget
he
if
was the
a
whole
trade
season.
during. No, yeah. I think he was.
I think it was a mid-season the season before, wasn't he?
Okay.
And then
That might be
oh,
true.
yes.
and then he finished. He played the whole 2019 season with.
Yes, that
the
sounds
Raptors.
familiar. So were the Raptors the 1 seed that year? Man, I don't remember. I just don't remember. I know they weren't some sort of juggernaut. And actually, I want to say maybe Philly that year might have been the 1 seed.
Is that the year that Embiid got the? He didn't get the MVP that year, did he?
No,
this
that
is
was
way
too
before.
early.
I think it was Giannis won it that year.
Yeah.
I think it's either Warriors or Bucks.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers were the 1 seed.
I think so too.
Because everyone jokes about how LeBron made the NBA do the bubble because they were the 1 seed and he had a really good chance of winning
Yeah.
the title that year.
So you're gonna go Warriors or Bucks? Raptors are out of it.
Well, it could be the Raptors too, but I think it's one of those 3. I don't think we have to go further.
Yeah,
than
Because
that.
the
Most
Raptors
recent.
are further back.
Yeah.
So who was the last one? So, man, that 2022 Warriors team, they were not being discussed as championship caliber.
I like the Warriors personally.
I do as well.
All right.
Okay, so let's go with the Golden State Warriors. Final answer. Let's not overthink it. Send it in.
The Golden State Warriors
go!
in 2022.
Yes, Knuckles. God, yes. Hey, that was teamwork. That was teamwork between me and Dante.
2-man game.
I was gonna say I didn't know that much else to add to it. So yeah.
Like, no, Phil, sit down.
No, I mean it was a good point, but it
Put
just
me
was
in,
so
coach.
far back.
Yeah, no, and I'm curious if they were. We can double check it. Next question. Fire away.
Question number 2. In honor of NFL Wild Card Weekend, who was the last wild card team to win a Super Bowl?
My first thought goes to the New York Giants.
Yep.
Who kind of they were just okay. I think they kind of backed into the playoffs. I think they were 10-6.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to win it. They weren't supposed to be there, and that's the year that they beat New England. That's exactly the first thing that came
They
to my
were a
mind.
wild card team that year.
Yeah, I think they were 9-7.
But I don't know if that's most recent.
Yeah, so I want to say the 2 years that they won the Super Bowl was 2007 and 2011.
I believe that's right.
So,
But going back,
Is
it
there
wouldn't
an-
have been the Chiefs.
right.
Wouldn't have been Tom Brady's Bucks team. Wasn't that Rams team.
What about the Eagles with Nick Foles?
They were actually the 1 seed because they were the
Okay.
underdogs as the 1 seed, which is
Oh, that's right. They used to do the
storyline.
underdog thing. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Wear the dog faces. Yeah.
Was
Wouldn't-
Tampa a wild card with Brady?
No,
I don't
that's
think
that
so.
COVID year.
No, because you got to remember their division.
That's
you
true.
know,
Right.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Well, I don't know. They had Sean Payton, the great Sean Payton in the division then. So
I think that was maybe the stretch of years where they went 7-9, 7-9, 7-9 or something. Listen to you, Drew.
No, the
I had
Saints
to.
were decent then because there was a playoff game, Bucks Saints. I remember that for sure.
Okay. Gosh, I think it's the New York Giants.
I think so too.
I think it's
I like it. I like the
I think
Giants
it's like the Giants in 2011. I want to say
Eli Manning. That was his first Super Bowl, right?
second.
Second Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because Mario Manning was it the Mario Manningham or David Tyree catch?
The Mario
was
Manningham,
Manningham one,
down
yeah.
the left sideline.
Yeah, it was.
Heels damn near in the end zone.
Yep.
I
I think we do it.
You want to send it in, Dante?
I'm just trying to run through a couple other teams first, but I definitely think that's the right answer. I just don't know if it's the most recent.
All right. Well, do you want to keep trivia to one segment? Like
Yeah,
you talked
no,
about
all
during the
right,
break,
yeah,
or-
let's do it. Let's do it.
This is
Let's do
on
it.
you.
Okay, let's go 2011 New York Giants. Final answer, send it in.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
What?
And you guys were hating on me.
Wow.
It was the COVID year,
I
right?
think that
I think it might
Saints
have been.
Bucks game was in the Superdome.
So the Saints won the division. Damn. Oh, that's a missed opportunity.
I wasn't completely sold on it. I just kind of threw it out there, thinking that it might have been a possibility.
Yeah.
And they wanted us to say the Giants.
Man, we touched on it, and we glossed over it, so that one's going to sting a little bit. All right, next question.
Question number 3. Of the following former Miami Hurricane running backs, which one rushed for the most yards while at the U? Was it Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, Frank Gore, or Clinton Portis?
Man,
Haven't we heard this question before?
I asked something not to them, but to you guys one time similarly.
I think,
It's who's the all-time. It's Duke Johnson is the all-time University of Miami leading rusher, because that's a name that you wouldn't expect compared to those legends.
Right.
But Duke Johnson wasn't one of the options.
Oh, wow. So the option is Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, Frank Gore, and who's the fourth one?
Clinton Portis.
Man, those are
some bad dudes,
four
man.
thoroughbreds right there.
The person that comes to my mind is Willis McGahee. And he was in the national championship. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep,
National
got hurt.
championship, got hurt in it.
Was that his last year? Because I think that's relevant. Was that his last year at Miami?
That I don't remember.
Was that the one they lost in 2002?
Yeah, it was
I
a
think
Fiesta
so,
Bowl.
was it Ohio State that
They
beat
lost.
them?
Well, it was BS call, a little late.
Yeah, the pass interference.
Late pass interference.
All right.
But is that relevant? Because it was at the Fiesta Bowl, which the Miami Hurricanes are playing in this evening.
Crazy.
Ooh, the signs.
Uh-oh.
The signs.
It's like the Denver Broncos, right?
But honestly, my first guess was Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Because I think he played the longest there.
He's so high up on the NFL's list. Would we know? Well, he's not the all-time leader, so maybe we wouldn't know. At Miami, I mean. Gosh.
The least thought of person would probably be Edgerrin James.
Which is a crazy sentence.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's Edgerrin James. I think Lamar Miller has more than all of these guys as well.
I forgot about Lamar.
Yeah.
I mean, Portis. I mean, we haven't even mentioned him.
No.
I don't think he. And I could be wrong. I don't think he stacked up as many yards as Frank Gore, or even Will. I for some reason want to go with Willis McGahee.
I kind of do too, but I feel so unsettled about it.
I like McGahee. I don't feel super confident in any of the four, but I like McGahee.
Yeah, let's go McGahee then. Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm not super sold on Frank Gore.
Let's go Willis McGahee. Final answer. Send it in.
Answer? Edgerrin James.
God almighty.
The least thought about one was Edgerrin James.
God. All right. Let's try to knock out this final question here.
And your curveball question. In the TV show Landman, Billy Bob Thornton plays an oil man in the Permian Basin in Texas. What other character did Thornton play that was also set in the Permian Basin?
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Boom.
But we got what was
the character? I know the
coach's
character. I
name.
actually asked them a question very similar to this like,
We
a month
need to
ago.
know the coach's name.
Wait. He's just asking for like the name of the show, right?
I took it as the character's name.
That's
I
how I
know the
took it as
character's
well.
name though.
Okay. What do
I
you
think
got?
it's Coach Gaines.
Yeah.
Coach Gaines.
Coach
Yes.
Gaines,
Yes. Coach Gaines. Final answer. Send it in.
Answer? Coach Gary Gaines in the movie Friday Night Lights.
Let's go. That was teamwork.
50-50.
Teamwork.
All right, let's go.
Making that dream work. Okay, shifting gears here a little bit. Tonight is the next chapter of the college football playoff. We'll tell you what you need to know before kickoff between Ole Miss and Miami. Coming up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What's up, guys? You need healthy options you'll actually crave? HelloFresh brings the flavor with homemade meals that are wholesome, fresh, and always hit the spot. Turn fresh, balanced ingredients into home-cooked meals that are easy to make and taste great. Keep your health on track with GLP-1 friendly options and high-protein meals packed with over 30 grams of protein. My lady is always telling me how I need more protein in my life. From udon soup to hearty chicken pastas, enjoy mouth-watering dishes that spice up your weeknights. Go to HelloFresh.com to explore plans and menus because nothing hits like home cooking.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WillHiteWins.com. That's WillHiteWins.com.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Every Christmas, you watch a classic movie. The one with Jimmy Stewart as caring banker George Bailey, and the one with the other kind of banker, Henry Potter. You watch It's a Wonderful Life because you are searching for someone who cares about you, a man like Jimmy Stewart's George Bailey. But you wonder, is the notion of a caring banker a fantasy? This is Glenn Jamarot. I'm president of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Alpine Bank believes in one guiding principle, caring. We believe that if we put our customers and communities first, then everything we all hope for has the chance to come true. The most valuable thing one person can give another is caring. When you care, everything else just follows. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Let go of the weight for good without drugs, shots, and weird side effects with Soda Weight Loss. Because this is weight loss the natural way.
If you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, wow, I would just love to see that younger version of me again, Soda Weight Loss is about to make your day. Because one of the first things clients talk about is how they look 10 years younger.
And right now, when you join, your partner joins for free. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA, weightloss.com.
Today's trivia on The Fan is brought to you by Window Nation.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we will hold our head high, going 2-2 in trivia. Could have gone 3-1. But Dante, what'd you say there?
We were coming off 2 bye weeks. We're a little rusty.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So we'll get back in the groove, but I will take 2-2. And you said the morning show went 1-3. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, we'll take the win.
Yeah, we got the win.
Take the win. It's like a Bronco ugly win. We'll take it. We'll take it. Don't apologize. Okay. Tonight is the next chapter of the college football playoff. Ole Miss, Miami. And both of these teams are telling a great story. Mario Cristobal has been known as a coach up until this year who can't win big games. And here he is in the Final Four of the CFP. And then on the other side, it's well documented, the Lane Kiffin stuff and the exit before the playoffs started. And then you have someone like Pete Golding, who is, he is writing his own story. We know he's going to be the coach of Ole Miss moving forward. Yeah. Hard to make a better impression as the new coach than what Pete Golding has done these last 2 weeks.
Zach, both these teams, Ole Miss, Miami, I had them losing. I did not have any faith in any of these teams, and yet here we are today. Miami versus Ole Miss. This is going to be a great game. A dynamic quarterback with the Ole Miss Rebels, right? It's the Rebels over there, and then for the Miami Hurricane, it's that defense. That defense that gets after you. All right, Carson Beck, what version do you get of him? This is going to be a fun matchup, and I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, Chambliss, a quarterback from Ole Miss, has just been a dynamo. Just a flat-out dynamo. The numbers that he has put up on his way to a night like tonight are just remarkable. Remarkable. Miami gets here with wins over Texas A&M. You remember that first game against Texas A&M? It was so windy that night. They win 10-3, and then they beat Ohio State 24-14. That was really the one I did not see coming. I was lighter in the pocket after the clock hit zeros on that one. The Canes have scored. How about this? Because they had a pick six last week that was read like a book. But the Canes have scored just 27 offensive points in 2 college football playoff games, and they won them both. Crazy. Ole Miss is here with wins over Tulane, sort of a layup there in the first round. They win 41-10. The shocker, though, for so many people was the win last week over Georgia, whose Bulldog defense was playing as good as anyone else in the country in the final 5-6 weeks of the season. Ole Miss hung 39 points on them. And that was the game where everyone expected, okay, fun story, you beat Tulane without Lane Kiffin. Here's where you get your comeuppance. They played earlier in the season. Georgia was down, and then in the fourth quarter went on a 17-0 run and beat Ole Miss. Man, it was the exact opposite last week. For me, I think the most improbable win so far of the college football playoff was their win over Georgia.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And for Ole Miss, it's the story there, right? There's a bunch of drama, some conflicts, but it has to do with the coach, Lane Kiffin, leaving, and some of the coaching staff going with him. And then we get news that there's some other coaches that may not be able to coach in this game tonight because they're going with Lane Kiffin.
Do we have a resolution on that behind the glass? I have not seen a
They are coaching tonight.
Okay,
but
good.
The statement was they're allowed to coach through this game. So it sounds like it's like a week-by-week basis at this point.
Wow, what a – oh,
and it's actually not all of them. It's the offensive coordinator is coaching, but there's a couple positional coaches that are not coaching in this game for Ole Miss.
I bet you Lane Kiffin regrets allowing them to coach.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he was like, yeah, sure, I'll be the good guy.
You guys are going to lose against Georgia.
They're going to lose against Georgia anyway.
Yep.
And now it's like, wow, they might go win a national title without me.
Question: Did you just say Lane Kiffin and good guy in the same sentence?
Well, no, I'm saying he left on bad terms. He was trying to be a good guy and be like, all right, I'm not going to totally gut the staff while you guys are on a playoff run.
Question: do you guys think Lane Kiffin is rooting against Ole Miss tonight?
No, because he gets a bonus.
He can't allow them to win a title without him.
What he's going to make a ton of money. What does he value more? $250,000 or whatever, or them losing? I think he's rooting against Ole Miss tonight.
I think so. I think he's a mean-hearted, spirited type of guy, and I don't think he wants any kind of good going Ole Miss's way if he's not a part of it. Although right after they won, he had like the little Ole Miss symbol that he tweeted out to like represent respect for them.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the hottest defense in the college football playoff in Miami against the highest ranked remaining offense. Miami's defense has produced the highest turnover rate in the CFP, the highest interception rate in the CFP, the highest sack rate in the CFP by a mile, the highest pressure rate in the college football playoff, and the most tackles for a loss. They're averaging 7 tackles for a loss over their last 2 games in the college football playoff. Meanwhile, their offense in the college football playoff has had the lowest success rate, the fewest gains of 20-plus yards, the shortest average drive distance, the lowest average yards per dropback, and even the second worst rushing success rate. So they are really buoyed by that defense. But basically, like on the offense, it kind of feels a bit like Denver. Like you cannot screw it up. You just have to keep your hands on 10-2 and try to be competent, and hopefully the Hurricanes defense brings you home.
Zach, what did Carson Beck do last week? All right, when he had his opportunity, he did not turn the ball over. Now, he didn't have crazy stats. I want to say he had 138 yards passing, but he did not turn that ball over, and he put it in his defensive hands. If they can do that again, I believe they're going to have a great shot to win this. But then you got Ole Miss, that they're able to just light it up. They're going to spread you out, fast-paced tempo. Like, that's something that that intrigues me. Is this Miami defense going to wear down?
We shall see. Ole Miss run game has the top success rate, and I bring up success rate. It's quick definition: how frequently an offense is gaining 50% of necessary yardage on first down, 70% on second down, and 100% on third or fourth down. They have the highest rated success rate rushing attack in the college football playoff. The Hurricanes stopping the run, their efficiency against the run, they've allowed a success rate of 43%. That is the highest of any of the semifinalists. So Ole Miss has an opportunity to potentially get their ground game going. The thing that Miami does, man, is they just tee off on the quarterback. Yep. They want you passing that football so they can tee off on you. And I'm wondering if Ole Miss can get that ground game going, if you can neutralize some of what Miami wants to do defensively. Give me a winner for this one.
I'm going to go with Miami. I love their defense. They're going to attack the quarterback. They're going to try to get the turnovers. I think Beck's going to play a solid game. I think we're going to get a better version of him. He's not going to turn the ball over. This is the time Michael Irvin's going to take his belt out.
Oh, my God.
And everybody needs to start running because whoever's in his sight, he is going to spank you.
He is a madman. Drew Spivak behind the glass. Who do you got tonight?
Give me Miami 28-6.
28-6?
28-6. Like, dude, this fun little story with Ole Miss, like, it's going to come to an end at some point. Like, they are a really good football team. Don't get me wrong.
Fun little story.
But
they're in the semis.
There's been so much drama around this team. Like, at some point, that's going to come to a head. And they are facing an unbelievably good Miami defense. If Carson Beck does not turn the football over, we get the good Carson Beck tonight, I think Miami wins this game easily.
Dante, who do you got?
I got a shootout. I don't know who's winning, but give me a lot of points.
I have the over as well in tonight's game. I have the over as well. At the very end of the day, the best unit on the field, I think, is Miami's defense.
Yeah.
And I think that'll ultimately be the difference with a big play in the fourth quarter. I'll go with Miami 33, Ole Miss 31.
Oh.
In a tight one. Miami wins, Ole Miss covers. Okay. Shifting gears here. Dan Orlovsky today sounded a lot like Phillip Lindsay yesterday when it came to Bo Nix. And we'll talk about why coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. but not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hey, Mark Schlereth here. A new year doesn't always call for something new. Sometimes it calls for something better. If your home would be more comfortable with better windows or new siding, Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Right now, save 25% on Infinity replacement windows and 20% off James Hardy siding with 12 months no interest financing. Call them 303-794-0490 to schedule your free in-home visit or visit windowsforyourhome.com and say this is the year your home feels better.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26, new customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. That's Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. 6th Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Hey, Colorado, when you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, head to Johnson Auto Plaza. Explore their huge selection of new Chevy, Buick, and GMC trucks and SUVs. Find your new truck or SUV at JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com. Stop in and experience the Johnson advantage that so many now know. Johnson Auto Plaza is your truck and SUV headquarters. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, JohnsonChevyBuickGMC.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, college football playoff action continues as Miami faces Ole Miss starting at 7.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay.
I'll tell you what. Dan Orlovsky this morning, hanging out with our morning show.
How's Dan been, man?
Dan's great. Dan always great.
You know what's funny? A little story about Orlovsky. For some odd reason, Irsay, all right, the owner that just passed away, Jim Irsay, from the Indianapolis Colts, he wanted Orlovsky to come and do a speech for something before the season even started. And I remember it was kind of awkward because I don't think Dan Orlovsky I don't think Dan Orlovsky really wanted to be a part of that, right? Like,
what do you mean? He didn't want to do a pregame speech?
No, he didn't want to do a pregame speech. So when he went up there and he started talking, the first thing he brought up to Jim Irsay was like, I really don't know why you have me up here. And this is before the season started, and so you had a bunch of donors around. And it got really, really awkward.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't think that they were on good terms with each other, to be honest with you. I would have to ask Dan, but it was like everybody was looking around.
This is when you were with the Colts, and this is like 2022?
Yes, 2022, and he came to talk to the team, talk to the donors, and it was a weird little thing with Irsay and Orlovsky, and then he went on to pep talk and talk it up, but I don't think that they had they weren't quite fond of each other. I'll tell you that.
Very interesting. Orlovsky, he played. He was obviously in the NFL largely as a backup. He's best known for running out of the back of the end zone. But he was good. He played quarterback was in college was UConn, and how he got picked up, and I love stories like this because he wasn't some, hey, as soon as he retires, he's going right, he's some golden child like broadcaster. He literally made his name by pointing his cell phone at a computer screen and breaking down plays, literally with just a pen. Like no illustration, no bells and whistles or effects or editing, and it was literally just, this is my football mind on display. Here's a 2-minute conversation that I wanted to have with you guys about whatever starting quarterback he was talking about. And he just stayed at it. He would make these videos consistently. And eventually, some people were like, hey, this guy's pretty good at this. Let's give him a shot. And now he's well on his way. But so yesterday, we were counting down the top quarterbacks in the AFC. 7 through 1 or 1 through 7. And you got to Bo Nix. And I had Bo a little bit lower. I had him a 6 out of 7 ahead of only CJ Stroud. You had him at 5 out of 7, and you felt a lot of conviction as to why. And this is a little reproduction of yesterday. This is Phillip Lindsay's little 90-second rant from yesterday's show why he had Bo Nix at number 5.
I have Bo Nix at 5, Zach.
Really?
Bo.
Okay, explain it to me.
All right, Drake Maye, phenomenal. Passing yards, all that. But what did I just say there? There's a couple receivers when you're watching. All right, these receivers are getting separation. We're hearing in Denver. Okay, although I love me some Cortland Sutton. All right, Cortland Sutton is not that guy that is just taking it to the house. Not that guy that's just separating himself. Troy Franklin's too inconsistent. All right, Pat Bryant is still too young. And yet with Bo Nix, we have to start putting respect on this man's name because he knows how to win. I don't care about the stats anymore. I don't care about that pretty ball that goes to a receiver. What I care about is in that damn fourth quarter, when it matters the most, who can you rely on? Who can you look at and say, hey, Bo, let's get it done. Let me wink at you because I know that you have ice in your veins. Let me wink at you because I know that everybody in that huddle believes in you. Bo Nix, okay, has something that you cannot coach. All right, we talk about the tangibles and the intangibles, and you taught me about this. Bo Nix has both of them. He has the intangibles and he has the tangibles. But the intangibles are when you get in that huddle, are you believable? In that fourth quarter, when he calls that play, do you believe him? I've been on multiple teams, Z, multiple teams where that quarterback gets in the huddle and he's stuttering. And he doesn't even believe in himself throwing that damn ball. But not Bo Nix. He smiles in the face of some kind of danger.
He does.
He wants it.
He does.
He wants to talk smack like he did to Chris Jones in the Kansas City Chiefs. He does not care. He does not fear anybody. He does not fear Sean Payton. But what he fears that he is going to fail. And that's the scariest dude out there on that damn football field. Give me Bo Nix, number 5.
I love it.
I have me pepped up. I thought I was going to retake him for number 1 now, right? We're talking about number 5.
It was good. That was a fun little rant. It really was. There was conviction behind it and passion behind it. And I absolutely love it. And then so I'm listening to our morning show had Dan Orlovsky on, and I really appreciate John Simmer, by the way. Shout out, cutting up audio like 3 or 4 days a week in the morning and then disseminating it to the other shows so we can use it. So we appreciate that. But here was Dan Orlovsky talking about him catching heat for some of the comments that he's made about Bo Nix. Listen to this.
Stoke, I said on Monday, if we were just viewing Bo from a situational football standpoint, top 5 quarterback. I tweeted that out. Everyone shared kindly their viewpoint on me. And then, I made a video yesterday. I said, listen, the quarterback that was the number 1 quarterback, touchdown to interception ratio, when his team was losing football games this year, was not Drake Maye, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. It was Bo Nix. 17 touchdowns to 2 interceptions when his team was trailing. The number 1 quarterback this year, QBR-wise, and numbers can be what they want. You want them to be. But the number 1 QBR quarterback in the NFL this year when his team was trailing was not Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, or Drake Maye, or Jared Goff. It was Bo Nix.
Kind of sounds familiar, like a similar sentiment of why you valued Bo is the same for Dan. It's like because when the chips are down, this guy's one of the best in the NFL.
Pressure's either, when you have pressure on you, what's he going to create? Diamonds or bust a pipe? And for someone like Bo Nix, he loves that pressure. He loves those moments. And moments create great memories, and they create people like Tom Brady, like Peyton Manning, like great quarterbacks. But you have to go through the moments. You have to go through the pressure, come out on the other side with success. And that's exactly what Bo Nix has done this year, is find ways to win. It hasn't always been pretty.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. All right, we'll get back into Broncos at the top of the hour as we, after doing the quarterbacks in the AFC playoff field yesterday, ranking them, we're going to do exactly that with the coaches as well. So you're not going to want to miss that at the top of the hour. But before we do that, within the same segment, we're going to talk about the ripple effect of something bad has led to something special in Denver sports that no one saw coming. We'll get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide.
Are you worrying about those upcoming credit card bills after the holidays? If you're a homeowner, there's no better time than now to call American Financing and wipe out that debt. Eliminate the stress and set yourself up for a strong 2026. The Fed dropped rates for the 4th time in December, guys. American Financing can help you access that equity in your home at an interest rate in the low 5s. You heard that right, in the low 5s. That's a much lower rate than the average 20% or more credit card rate. American Financing is saving their customers an average of $800 a month. Guys, that's like a $10,000 raise to start the new year. There are no upfront fees and no obligation to see how much you can save. And they are closing some in as fast as 10 days and even delaying 2 mortgage payments. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334 and MLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Weekend escape to bucket list adventure. Plan your trip at the Sportsman's Expo. This is the region's greatest selection of outdoor travel. Colorado, the West, Alaska to Mexico, Canada to South Africa, outfitters, guides, lodges, and destinations. Your chance to meet the experts who'll make your trip unforgettable. Colorado's largest Sportsman's Expo is back Thursday through Sunday at the Colorado Convention Center in Denver. More info at sportsexpos.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. How about a New Year's resolution where the commitment takes just one day and yet the results last a lifetime? Address years of hair loss like I did with Dr. Tanya Paul's and Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment using your own natural hair. Advanced Hair restores your bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning, and they guarantee your new hair will grow for life. Celebrate the new year with a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Rolling
rolling downhill on a Thursday, you can reach out and touch the weekend from here. Little college football playoff action starting tonight.
Throw up to you. Probably shouldn't do that. Throw up to you. They probably get me for that. They take it serious.
Up there in Boulder?
No, in Miami.
Oh. I thought you'd lose your Boulder card.
I need to make sure I have my Boulder card.
Really?
No, I think I still have my Boulder card up there.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I mean, we talk a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
We talk a lot.
That's true. That's true. All right. I want to talk about, we'll get back to Broncos here in 12 minutes. All right. I want to talk about, though, the ripple effect of something bad that has led to something special brewing in Denver sports that no one saw coming. And I'm talking about these Denver Nuggets, who have the resolve of, I mean, goodness gracious, it is so commendable and admirable that for the second straight game, not as dramatic as Monday night, but going into Boston last night, where the Celtics were red hot, okay, 8-1 in their last 9, second highest rated offense in all of the NBA. They were a 10 to 10.5 point favorite, depending on what book you look at, right before tip-off, all right? And there Denver was again. While everyone was waiting for the other shoe to drop following Monday night, they beat the Celtics 114-110 on their home floor to wrap up a 7-game roadie.
Now, in that road trip, they went 3-4.
Yep.
3-4. I mean, come on. Majority of the starting five have not been there. And yet, this team went 3-4 on a long road trip. You have to love it. And the Denver Nuggets have to be the most interesting team right now in the NBA.
They're fascinating.
They're finding ways to win. They're resilient. All right, it's coming from just different players that you don't even think about, or you would never think about if the starting five was together. And yet you look up and everybody's watching them. They're excited. You're cheering them on. They're fighting until the end, and then they're finding ways to finish games without a lot of their starters, or when they are there, because yes, Jamal Murray, AG, CB, they were all back in the mix, and it was great to see them all and them finding a way. But it's the way that they're winning and the different ways that they're winning that it's fun, it's fascinating, and they're staying afloat until our boy Jokic can come back.
Yeah, and that's a perfect phrase. They're staying afloat, and that was the aim. That was the goal here. And I did not expect this. I just didn't.
Who did?
I just didn't. Well, certainly not the odds makers, because basically they've been, in their last 2 games, they've been a combined underdog of about 26.5 points. And it's just remarkable. And you cannot, it is impossible to have a conversation about the Denver Nuggets right now without talking about Peyton Watson.
Mr. Watson!
The story that this young man is writing, and I do mean young, he is just 23 years old. Guys, he is doing something that no one could have seen coming. He goes for 30 points last night on 10 of 15 shooting, 6 of 7 from 3. You have got to be kidding me.
It's like I was getting so hyped for Peyton Watson. I don't know why, but right now, every time that young man takes a shot and it goes in, I feel the urge and the need to jump up and down and get excited and get hyped for him. I don't know what it is. I just love his development. I love what he's doing. Athletic. He's flying around. Zach, the confidence is there.
Oh, my gosh. He's
making
dripping
a
with
shot.
it. He's dripping with it.
He's backing up, telling everybody what to do. Even Jamal, he's like, hey, man, get back. We need you. Like, those are the things that you want to see from a young player that's developing at the right pace, but also has that confidence, understands that if we are going to win these games right now, you're going to have to be a big part of it. Who thought that was going to come out of any of our mouth? That one of the biggest reasons why the Denver Nuggets are staying afloat is because of Peyton Watson.
Literally, he's been the most consistent Denver Nugget. I cannot believe this. And you said I'll give you baby pushback.
Yeah, please do.
When you said he is, and I don't know how you said it, but you said like he is developing like on pace or whatever.
On a pace.
I would disagree in the healthiest kind of way, is that I think his development has been put in the microwave and put on high. Like we have never seen anything like this. And to illustrate that, last year, I went back and looked game by game. Last year, Peyton Watson was in double figures, okay, 24 times in the season, which was pretty good for him. Pretty good. Coming off the bench.
Role player.
Yes, and he's not a starter, and he wasn't even a every day, every night major minute guy, even in a bench role. So he got to double figures 24 times last year. I would not have guessed that. If you had asked me that last night, how many times did he get to double figures last year, I probably would have said 16 to 18, not 24. Phil, in 35 games this year, he's already been in double figures 22 times.
Stop playing with that man.
I mean, goodness gracious. That 2 years ago, it was 19 times. His rookie year, it was twice, talking about getting the double figures. So think about the arc of his development here. And Dante, could you do me a favor? And I know you're busy right now. Can you do the math? Tell me how many games is left in the Nuggets season? How many games is left? So in Peyton Watson's first year, think about the arc of this development. And in some ways, what you said is actually correct. In his first season as a rookie, he got to double figures 2 times. In his second season, he got to double figures 19 times. In his third season, he's in double figures 24 times. And in this season, he's at 22 times in double figures with 45 games left in the season.
So every year, he has gotten better. But this year, it's just on a different...
It's to the moon. It's to the moon in the last 7 games. Think about this. This is insane, okay? First of all, he has reached the 20-point mark. Forget double figures. He's reached 20 points 9 times in 35 games. That means every 3 to 4 nights, Peyton Watson is scoring 20 points or more. In the last 7 games, Peyton Watson is averaging 21 points a game on 53% shooting from the field. But there's this also separate compartment called true shooting. So if you take a 3, if we each take 1 shot in a game, you take a 3 and you make it, and I take a 2 and I make it, we each shot 1 for 1. But they're not equal because yours counted for 3 and mine counted for 2. There's other instances in the game of basketball where if I go to the basket and I get fouled, that doesn't, and I go to the free throw line and I make both free throws, that doesn't count to my field goal percentage. So there's a separate category called true shooting percentage. True shooting percentage, taking account for free throws and 3-pointers. In the last 5 games, Peyton Watson has a true shooting percentage of 62%. It's psychotic. I've been as high on Peyton Watson as anyone in this market.
Oh, I already know.
2 years ago, I said this guy could be a $100 million player.
People laughed at you.
They did. But even someone like myself, I could not have seen this type of offensive development in real time when it comes to shot creation and the consistency from 3. This is nuts.
Zach, I'm going to put it out there, man, because I don't know what's getting ready to happen. But how can you not pay this man?
You have to find a way.
Zach, you have to find a way.
You have to find a way.
Even if you have to get past the second April, you got to do something. You do not let somebody like this that's growing at a rapid pace, that has not even touched the surface of what he can be, especially being and playing alongside Jokic even longer and just developing his game. Something has to give. And that means, my guessing is, if you're not going to go past that second apron, after this year is done, there's going to be some hard decisions that are going to have to be made to kind of separate and separate from a couple players that we might love to keep a young player that's ascending.
Yeah, and that is very relevant. It's a conversation for a different day, but we will be having it.
Every time that man has a good game, I'm going to say, how can you not pay this guy?
No, Phil.
I'm sorry.
Phil,
it's insane.
It's becoming undeniable. and what makes it, from an optics standpoint, more glaring is the guy that they chose to pay.
Yeah.
And I would have made the same decision, by the way. We love Christian Brown. But Peyton Watson is averaging more points than Christian Brown. Christian Brown played last night. He was hard to watch on offense. Hard to watch. Scored 5 points. Peyton Watson had 30. I mean, and CB did his job defensively, and defensively, it was admirable what they did last night because they are all pulling from the same end of the rope on defense.
Fourth quarter,
yes, in a way that they haven't previously earlier in the season. But yeah, they buckled down, man, in that last stanza and hold Boston to 28 points while Denver scoring 35 in the fourth without Jokic.
But so my question to you is, I would have done the same thing with CB. right? He helped you win the championship. He was a rookie at the time, coming off the bench, a really good role player, depth piece. But would you have paid CB, and maybe you don't have no choice, the 5 years, $125 million, $25 million a year?
If knowing what we know now,
or like, was that kind of a price at the beginning where you're like, did we have to pay him that much?
I mean, it made sense. The guy's a key contributor. I mean, in his last season leading up to getting paid, I mean, he was averaging 15 points a game. You know, and now he's down to 10 points a game. But the story with that is he's not in a groove. Basketball is a game based off rhythm and feel and connection. And when you've only played 13 games, you're not just going to snap your fingers and say, I have that back. Again, to emphasize, with the information that you had at the time, the Nuggets made the right decision. But if the same decision with the information we currently have, if you got like a do-over, man, I think it'd be Payton Watson.
But then this is where I always have to tell myself, hey, like you might be in the moment. You might be where your feet are, where you should be. It's going to take a couple games where all of a sudden CB goes off and we're like, okay, that's why. That's why they gave that man the 5 years, $125 million, because of the defense and the offense and, the high-flying athletic ability. Because other than Peyton Watson, Christian Braun is very athletic.
He is. But, like, we have never seen, and Christian Braun has had way more opportunity.
Yeah.
We've never seen Christian Braun have a 5-game stretch where he goes for 24, 21, 23, 24, and 30. I mean, he already got to 32 in the month of November.
And you know what? Something that Christian Braun hasn't done yet that Peyton Watson has. Peyton Watson is doing this without Jokic.
Right.
He's doing all this and scoring these points without Jokic.
It's incredible. I mean, this is some story. And you can't talk about last night, all right, without shining light on Jamal Murray as well.
You mean Jamal All-Star Murray?
No doubt about it. And forget All-Star. I would start thinking about All-NBA. That's how good Jamal Murray has been this year. And I said to you when Jokic went down, you're like, what should we expect? I said, expect for defenses to be launching themselves at Jamal Murray. Jamal is making them pay for it. He has the understanding and the just basketball acumen to say, this is not going to be good enough. Even if I go for 40, where's the other 70 points coming from to get to 110 like the Celtics had last night? He's like, if I can get to 22 and dish the way that I am, 17 assists in the game where he just had 16 assists, he becomes the first player since Luka Doncic 2 seasons ago to have consecutive games of 20 and at least 15. Phil, he had more assists last night than the Celtics had as a team.
Zach, he's getting it. He's understanding. He knows, like, hey, like you just got done saying, if I go for 40, we still lose. But if I get this ball around, or make it easier for my teammates, and then they take advantage of these opportunities, we're winning these games.
Man,
he gets it.
He is the first Nuggets player with consecutive games of 16 assists since Andre Miller back in 2005. Dude, I was in high school in 2005 winning Foothills Council championships in upstate New York.
Look at you.
That's a long time ago, brother.
Shout out Andre Miller, man. I forgot about him,
Dude,
man.
my man had a game that was built for 24-hour fitness. He just stayed on the ground. He was going to beat you to every spot. I mean, he was surgical with the way he went about the game of basketball.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, I mean, this is unique what we're seeing. But I love the fact that Jamal's sense of awareness of knowing that I have to empower others because the attention that they're paying to me. And the Celtics are looking at the Nuggets saying, if Jamal doesn't beat us, this team can't beat us. And Jamal's saying, watch this. Watch this. I mean, I'm going to sound like a cheeseball right now, and I know that, but I'm inspired by what this group is doing without Joker.
How could you not? Because the first thing we say, and you say it all the time, like Joker is the sun.
Yes.
Right?
Of which all other planets orbit. They're missing their sun, and they're not lifeless. There is still water on this planet.
They're proving it.
There's still life on this planet.
Let's go.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Hey, P. Watt.
Hey, Adelman, was it a good road trip?
I think this was an incredible road trip. I think going 3-4 with all the things that happened, losing both your centers, getting guys back on minute restrictions, different people having to step in and play, beat Philly with 9 players. Yeah, I would say this road trip was very, very successful.
Freaking fired up, dude. Fired up. I want to box someone out right now. Get your little ass over here.
Get the rebound. MVP over here. How many rebounds did you have?
A lot.
There we go.
This is KKFN and KKFN HD Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Woo! Seriously, man, that freaking fire. Dude, I was fired up. I'm standing up.
You know what? They needed your rebounding in that third quarter. The third quarter, they kind of got lulled to sleep. They need somebody like ZB, the MVP, that can just come down with rebounds.
Oh, my gosh.
And dish it back out to Jamal so we can get another assist.
Man, oh, man, oh, man. This is fun. I did not have this on my bingo card. I thought I was going to be – I told you, I said I'm going to be watching Nuggets basketball in January with my fingers and hands over my eyes peeking through.
So where are they at now?
Like I'm watching The Exorcist. I mean, right now I'm wide-eyed, and I literally watched that fourth quarter standing up in my living room. Standing up.
They're going to get 10 wins before Jokic. It's going to be 10
I think you're right. I think you're right.
10 and 8, I think.
It was 18. It was 18 games in the month of January.
10 and 8.
Yeah, 10 and 8. I had them at 7 and 11. And so I'm so pleasantly surprised. Like, Phil, I'm standing up in my living room watching it. I don't have $1 on the game. Not $1. Just a love for the game of basketball and in this group of grinders coming together and saying, because here's the thing, and we'll get to Broncos here real quick, but here's the thing. This group knows what the narrative is. It's not even a narrative. It's been a reality, who they are without Joker.
Yeah.
And they're meeting the moment. They have a point to prove. The non-Jokic Nuggets require your attention right now. And if you're not paying attention right now, you're missing a really fun band of brothers coming together and refusing to lay over and die.
And before we get to the Broncos talk, this is the reason why they're going to win a championship this year. Because Jokic has been out, everybody else has to rise to the occasion. Everybody else has to carry their weight and a little bit more. That's making it even better for Jokic. So now when Jokic gets back, hey, I know I can get everybody involved. I know I can get the rest that I need. I know that it doesn't always have to be on me. Now, of course, you get to the playoffs, we're going to need Jokic. But everybody else is tuning up their game as well, and they're going to have to play. There's going to be some players that are going to have to play in the playoffs that we're not expecting because our injury may come up.
Man, oh, man. All right, this is fun. This is fun. And this is why you play the games.
Yeah.
It's why they tip the ball off in the first place. All right. Then I have my little 7-year-olds freaking flying around the night.
He said, we got to change our record around, guys. You guys been watching the Nuggets?
All right. Yesterday, we did a segment where we were counting down the top quarterbacks in the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah.
Okay, AFC only, to find out where Bo Nix was going to end up. All right, and we went through the exercise. It was fun. We had fun doing it. We had some laughs. We had some debates. Go check it out if you missed it on our podcast, the Drive Podcast at DenverSports.com, Denver Sports app, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. But today, we look at where does Sean Payton rank among the other coaches in the American Football Conference. And here are the coaches in the AFC, okay? And this is just by seed, okay? Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel, Liam Cohen, Mike Tomlin, DeMeco Ryans, Sean McDermott, and Jim Harbaugh. Okay? That right there is a fantastic collection of coaches.
That's an elite coaching circle right there, right? When we go through this list and we have to put somebody last, I'm gonna feel pretty bad. You know, I may regret something like you did, Zach. Yesterday, you said you regretted something.
I did have a twinge of regret. I didn't drive back to the studio.
You would have.
But we're going through the quarterbacks, and there's so much unproven quarterbacks that haven't done anything in the playoffs that when it came time to would I have Josh Allen number 1, and then number 2 was.
So I had Aaron Rodgers number 2. You had.
Yeah, I had Trevor Lawrence number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had Rodgers number 2. I ended up putting Rodgers number 3 just because some of these guys just have not done anything in the playoffs. And Rodgers not only has done stuff in the playoffs, he's won a damn Super Bowl, and he's played great this year. Like, great with a capital G. A better than 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, completing a high percentage of his passes. I mean, 7 interceptions is, insane over the course of a whole year. But I'm like, is he the third best quarterback in the AFC right now? Like, right now. I went back and forth on it.
I mean, hey, it's fair. It's fair. But once it's there, what do you always say? You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube?
That's right. It's
Well,
out.
you can't do it, Zach.
That's
It's
okay.
out.
That's okay.
It's on the podcast.
It's all good. It's all good. On the coaching side of it, I struggled with this a little bit, to be honest with you, because I don't think I could be a bigger fan of Jim Harbaugh. And I know he doesn't coach here, all right, but the Broncos wanted him to coach here.
Yeah.
They wanted him pretty badly.
You love your gym.
And I do. And the reason that I really, really like Jim Harbaugh is that he's a different cat, okay? And I think there's incredible value in this next statement. I think that when someone puts together a career to the point where you can take away any one thing on their resume, take it away, act like it never happened, and your resume is still crazy, like you have done some amazing stuff.
Yeah, the resume is going to speak for itself. And Jim Harbaugh, I mean, he's the man.
He is really good at what he does. And not to catch a stray or anything, but if you took away, say, if you took away Mike Tomlin's Super Bowl,
watch it now,
which you wouldn't want to do because he won it, right? But if you took that away, there's not a ton of other stuff on his resume, and he's been riding that for a long time, 15 years or so. And
well, see, that's where I have to have a little pushback because his resume is long too. I mean, he's been with Pittsburgh for what, 18, 19 years as well, or close to it.
It's right around there.
It's close to it. I mean, that's hard to do in the league, and to kind of be where he's at, win that Super Bowl, and of course you had Big Ben. That helps you out when you have a great quarterback,
Hall of Famer,
But also, I mean, the 22 consecutive years where you don't have a losing season.
Well, it's not that many. It's not 22 years. I mean, he hasn't been the coach of Pittsburgh for 22 years.
What is it? It's
somewhere around. I mean, he was the 2007.
It's
2007.
22 consecutive non-losing seasons.
No,
I gotta get
right.
it. It's close to it.
You gotta check your AI overview again.
Yeah, I don't use that anymore after yesterday.
he became the coach in 2007. So however many how many years is that? It's almost 20 years. I mean, what if is that 19 years? Something like that? I think it's like 19 years. But yet he's never had a losing season.
Never has a losing season.
But neither does Sean McDermott. So I'm curious to see where he ends up on your list. But what I'm saying about Harbaugh is that Jim Harbaugh became a head coach at San Diego. Not San Diego State. What are they, like the Toreros? He killed it there to the point where he gets the Stanford job. He brings Stanford to heights when he was there that I'm not sure if they've achieved before or since. I mean, even with the Elway years, they didn't have a lot of success with Elway at Stanford. David Shaw did his thing, so I got to put his respect there. But so he kills it at Stanford to the point where he gets hired by the terrible 49ers at the time, who I think had won, 2-4 games a year before he got there. He kills it there, brings them to a Super Bowl with multiple quarterbacks, revived, the career of Alex Smith, went to a Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick, could have won that thing, all right? The lights go out on him.
No, don't blame that.
All right?
Don't blame that.
And then he goes to Michigan. Michigan was terrible. They were hiring Rich Rodriguez and Brady Hoke. They were just not what we know them to be in this era of Michigan football. He brings them to a national championship, loses, goes back to a national championship, wins, and then he becomes a Chargers head coach, and they're in the playoffs every year. So at every single stop, San Diego, Stanford, San Francisco, Michigan, Chargers, Jim Harbaugh's going to coach a great football team. That being said, with all my admiration for Harbaugh.
You put it out there, the resume out there. You did a great job laying it out. He's number one, right?
He's not number one.
He's just number one in your heart.
Because Jim Harbaugh revived the Niners, a great organization.
Yeah.
You can't revive what was never alive. You can't bring something back that was never there. That's a Frankenstein job. What Sean Payton did with the Saints was a Frankenstein job. And to bring that organization to the heights in which they did and win a Super Bowl and be the number one seed 3 different times with the Saints and come here and bring the Broncos out of the dark age that they were in, the worst stretch of their NFL existence, and in the first year with a quarterback who was responsible for 4 wins the previous season, Russell Wilson, and go 8-9, and be in the playoff mix on Christmas in year 1.
Had a chance.
And then tell the guy, you got to go, even if it means I have to pay 2 mortgages for you not to live in this house anymore. And take on the largest dead cap in the history of the sport times 2, and then go into the draft and draft Bo Nix 12th overall, the least thought of first-round quarterback. Anyone could have had Bo Nix. You just move up to number 9 or number 11 or whatever. Go get Bo. No one wanted Bo like that. Sean wanted Bo like that. And in year number 1 goes 10-7. And then in year number 2 with Bo goes 14-3. I mean, and the number 1 seed, you won the same amount of games with Bo Nix in year 2 as John Elway ever won in any season?
Man.
Sean Payton's the number 1 coach in the AFC field.
Oh, I love it. Look at you.
Have to. I'm calling balls and strikes here. What's real is real.
You're obeying your eyes. Smart today.
Yeah.
It's like no pushback. Matter of fact, you make it easy on me. I don't have to explain myself. Sean Payton is number 1. For everything that you said and more is truly, he brought the Saints, who they were called the Aints, to the Saints and brought them to a Super Bowl. And the way he did it, and the way he painted the picture over there. And people tend to forget that he also helped Drew Brees. Now, Drew Brees was already there. He was established.
That's a good point.
And he had made a name for himself. But Drew Brees got hurt. Nobody wanted him. But Sean did.
You're right. And just like Bo, anyone could have had Drew.
Anybody could have had Drew. And now Drew Brees, he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. Sean's going to let you know that. Actually, his name came up. His name came up when Sean was at the podium, and Sean kind of he got a little snippy with somebody. Said, "Hey, Drew's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer." I have to go back and listen, but yeah, he put that out there.
Yeah, and he will be, of course.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. And so you have Sean doing all that, taking this young quarterback, Bo Nix, in his 2nd year, and if they can do the right things offensively, put some points on the board. If the defense holds up and they can win these next 3 games, they're going to be holding up the Lombardi Trophy. And Sean Payton would have done and will do something that no other coach has ever done. Win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams.
Right.
That's insane.
It is. It really is.
Sean Payton, number 1, baby.
Yep. It's Sean, and it's not because we're doing this job in this market, because I think if you do this ethically and without agenda in any market, Sean Payton is number 1 among this field. He really is. And by the way, a quick house cleaning thing, and I meant no disrespect anyway when I said it, but I used Mike Tomlin as an example, and I said if you take away his 1 Super Bowl, you know, that's a huge ding to his resume where Harbaugh has this stop, this stop, this stop, this stop. He did coach in another Super Bowl. He lost to the Green Bay Packers when Aaron Rodgers won his Super Bowl. So
Mike Tomlin
clarity.
has been to 2. Take that shot off of him.
And that's meaningful, because I think, and look, you know, I've talked with you about this before. Like, I'm not one of these people to say, you know, you get a ding or a demerit on your resume because you lost in the Super Bowl. Like, dude, you went to the Super Bowl. Like, that's a big deal. Just because you didn't win the final 60-minute game of the season, you know.
Okay, so I'm expecting Mike Tomlin to be in front of Jim when you do your list.
Well, we'll see. We'll see here.
You know, I'm expecting that.
We'll see.
Who's number 2 for you, man?
Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. Okay. Yeah, for all the reasons I'm not going to re-itemize it again, but I just think Jim Harbaugh is fantastic at what he does, and the fact that there's no hole in his resume.
He's a great coach.
Now, if you want to say, hey, there was like some stuff at Michigan that he left behind, I'm not, you know, so did Pete Carroll. I'm not, you know.
They won.
They won.
You know, we're talking about football here. We're talking about winning. We're talking about championships and doing great things, and Jim Harbaugh has done great things.
Yes, he definitely has. So I have him number 2, right after Sean Payton, even above a guy like Tomlin who has won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, shame on you. All that talk. Mike Tomlin has been to 2 Super Bowls, won one. You're going to have to rethink that. You're going to regret that one as you're driving home.
You know what? You may be right.
You're going to regret
I
that
hope
one.
you're not right about that.
Number 2 for me is going to be Mike Vrabel, a guy that may end up winning Coach of the Year. And for Mike Vrabel, it comes down to this. One hell of a coach. The Tennessee Titans should have never got rid of him. All right, has won 3 Super Bowls as a player. So he's a player's coach, and he's looking for his first Super Bowl, and he may have one this year if things go right with the New England Patriots, with what Zach Bye said, the franchise quarterback and Drake Maye. If everything goes right, maybe Mike Vrabel finds a way into the Super Bowl. I doubt it. He has to go through the Denver Broncos. But also with Mike Vrabel, biggest one-year turnaround. All right, the New England Patriots were 4-13.
That is so crazy.
Drake Maye was just there, a puppy that had no guidance.
Agreed.
And he was just there, didn't want to wag his tail because he was, pretty much abused. He was getting abused over there.
He was. What a terrible situation to go into in his first year.
But then Mike Vrabel gets there, turns the whole organization around 14-3. Drake Maye has an opportunity to win the MVP.
Crazy.
The team's identity, Mike Vrabel's identity is injected in the team, and now you have this team that's tough, that finds ways to try to win, or that can win football games. For example, coming back and beating the Baltimore Ravens. All right, that's a tough team to beat. And so I had to put Mike Vrabel, Zach, at number 2 because of what he has done this year, and I admire his work.
Yeah, Coach of the Year in 2021. I was listening to a sports gambling podcast here in the last couple of days, and they were having a conversation there that we've had here just in our market of like, hey, are the Broncos like one of the least believable 1 seeds in some time? I've heard it asked, hey, are they the most least believable 1 seed ever? And I heard someone say this past week, the Broncos are the least believable 1 seed since Mike Vrabel's Tennessee Titans when he got to the 1 seed with Ryan Tannehill. And the fact that Tennessee thought that they could do better than Mike Vrabel it speaks to these organizations that they just sometimes can't get out of their own way. Yeah, Mike Vrabel's number 3 on my list after Sean Payton and Jim Harbaugh. This guy is he's a dude, and all he's done is win his whole life. He was a first team All-State. He's already in the Ohio Hall of Fame for high school. He goes to Ohio State. He's an All-American 3 years. He goes to the Patriots. He's a first-team All-Pro, All-Decade team, gets into coaching, and he's a Coach of the Year and is responsible for the largest turnaround season over season in the history of pro football.
That's crazy.
That guy, there are not few better than him. He is on a very, very short list. So Vrabel is my number 3. Do you have your 3rd yet?
Of course I got my 3 right here. Number 3. It's a young one, the young buck, the one that still has to prove himself, but he deserves to be on this list at number 3 because of what he has done this year, what he has done to the Denver Broncos this year. And that's Liam Cohen.
Wait a second.
Liam Cohen.
You have Liam Cohen as the 3rd best?
Hey, put some respect on that man's name. Offensive coordinator for the Bucs before becoming the head coach for the first time in his career.
Wait, we're doing coordinator history too?
I'm just saying.
I didn't know. You didn't tell me that.
He has the second best, other than the first best, right? The first one is Mike Vrabel turning that organization around. The second best 1-year turnaround were the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nobody thought about them until Liam Cohen got in the mix. He turned that whole organization around from a 4-13 team to a 14-3 team. Help bring out the best in Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to be real with you. I was down and out on Trevor Lawrence. I thought he was a bust. But then he brought his ass here, a home game where I thought we had the home field advantage. And Trevor Lawrence lit us up through the air and with his legs.
It's true.
That's not just because of him. Of course, the defense and everything else, but also the head coach. In the mastermind, the offensive coordinator mindset in him and him getting everybody going.
He's got the mastermind label already.
Mastermind.
Wow.
Zach, the team is averaging over 30 points a game. One of the hottest teams in the NFL going into the playoffs.
I think recently they are. I don't know if they're averaging that for the season. But hey,
what did they put up on us?
Enough.
Right. What did they put up on us?
It was enough. He was. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. Let me get this straight though.
Get it straight.
They are averaging 28 points a game.
Okay, so it went down a little bit.
Yeah, 27.9. But hold on a second. Here's what I'm struggling with here. Liam Cohen's great.
Small market team too, by the way.
So haven't you heard? He's great, but yesterday, help me out here, Phil.
Oh, here we go.
I need your help because yesterday we're doing the quarterback list.
You know I have bad memory. So,
and that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. Remember what you said 24 hours ago. You said yesterday that you had Drake Maye below Bo Nix, despite being potentially the MVP of the entire league for a 14-win team.
I don't regret that one.
And
I drove home happy.
The reason that you said that is because you need to see it more than once from Drake Maye. That you just only seen it once. With Bo, you've seen it twice.
Yeah.
Liam Cohen isn't done with his first NFL season, and you have him over a guy like Mike Tomlin, who's coached in 2 Super Bowls and has done it for 19 years?
Second best 1-year turnaround.
So Vanilla Ice surpasses
4-13.
Michael Jackson?
We're talking about this year.
Holy smokes, are you in the moment?
This is my list.
Holy smokes.
This is my list.
Hold on, but the logic is clashing against one another.
So
the logic is clashing.
So you don't
Drake
have
Maye,
respect.
MVP candidate.
Well, no, look. See, you just made me mad. You pissed me off even more today because you consider Drake Maye a franchise quarterback, but it took you a whole entire season to sit here and announce that Bo Nix is a franchise quarterback, and Bo Nix has done more than Drake Maye.
I've never seen Bo Nix play at the level that Drake Maye did this year.
But But also, there's context to it.
What's the context?
The schedule. The schedule. There's also, we went through it.
Hold on.
We also went through with Drake Maye.
Can he control that?
Only one.
Is that his problem or is that somebody else's problem?
Hey, Drake Maye, he still has a lot to prove, just like all these other quarterbacks.
He showed up in a situation, and I'm not Drake Maye's agent. I really don't care. But
you would think you were.
He showed up in a situation that was calamitous. Okay, they were a 4-win team coached by Gerard Mayo, a head coach in his first time that was fired immediately.
Did you know about Liam Cohen before he took the head coaching job?
I did. I did.
But did you think that
I called his game when he was the offensive coordinator at Maine.
You did.
So yes, I did.
You are right.
He was the OC for the Black Bears. I was there.
So you know about. So why is he not number 3 on your list?
Because he hasn't completed his first season yet.
4-13. Oh, that's a lot.
I mean, goodness gracious. But it's your list. It's your list, as flawed as it is. It's yours.
You tell everybody, hey, you're not gonna tell a fan how to fan, but then you're mad at my list.
Huge fan of Liam Cohen. I got it.
Duval.
All right, so he's third for you?
Number 3.
Okay. My third, I did Mike Vrabel, so it's going to be my 4th here.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it up. I had DeMeco Ryans here. I'm going to go Mike Tomlin. I need to put more respect on Mike Tomlin's name. Mike Tomlin has been a model of consistency, right? I mean, you thought he was coaching for 22 years. It hasn't been that quite that long. It feels like that. But he has been damn good for a really long time. He hasn't
0 losing seasons.
0 losing seasons. That's incredible.
That is.
And here's the thing with him. All the names and faces, every single one of them has changed since he took the job. And you've never had a losing season. Now, he's lost 6 playoff games in a row, and that's not ideal. 3 weeks ago, they were chanting fire Tomlin. He said, no, we're going back to the playoffs. We're going to host a game on Sunday Night Football. But appearing in a Super Bowl, in addition to winning a Super Bowl, that's the tiebreaker for me. That you get to that mountaintop twice.
Yeah.
And again, I don't punish people for losing Super Bowls. I'll leave that up to you. I have Mike Tomlin as the 4th on my list.
Well, I didn't know we got to switch. We get to switch our coaches out of
with new information comes new opinions,
okay. Yeah,
and
you're right.
there was a house cleaning impact here that
well,
I
then
forgot.
I'm gonna switch.
You can switch.
I had DeMeco Ryans at 4.
You're gonna bump Cohen down?
No.
Okay.
Cohen's sitting right there at 3. He's
right.
Nice, cozy. Got the bed. He got the new couch ready for him that can turn into a bed, and he can push it back into a couch and watch the TV. So I'm good right there. But for DeMeco Ryans, I'm gonna have to knock him down to 5. And put Mike Tomlin there at 4, just like you.
Yep, and
the 2 Super Bowls right there. I mean that's something special. 12 playoff appearances. He's 8-11 in the playoffs. Very consistent. 3 straight playoff appearances right now. I know they haven't won one. They got to win one, but and he's dealing with the old quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and helped him look really good this year.
Yep. So and then I'll have DeMeco right behind Tomlin for my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th spot. And then I'll finish with Liam Cohen in the 6th spot and Sean McDermott in the 7th spot. Very down on Sean McDermott. He's got to prove it to me. He's had a great team and an all-time talented quarterback, and he's a defensive coach. And your defenses are allowing 33 points a game in playoff losses with Josh Allen. It's unacceptable. And Josh has held up his end of the bargain, right?
Yeah. No, I'm with you on this. McDermott is dead last.
Is he last for you, too?
He's 7.
Okay.
This is it. You lose, my guessing is he doesn't have a job.
That would be ideal. Okay, shifting gears here. We're moments away from Ole Miss and Miami in the CFP. We'll tell you what you need to know just before kickoff. Coming up next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Ben Franklin here to talk to you about your water heater. A water heater is a vital part of your home's plumbing. When it doesn't work, it can really freeze up your routine. Call the pros at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing about water heater options for your home. Visit BenjaminFranklinPlumbing.com or call 877-BEN-1776 to request an appointment.
The local pros call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Call for details. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in their respective state or county.
HelloFresh makes home cooking nutritious, delicious, and exciting. You excited when you get those freezer-burnt, pre-packaged meals in the mail? I know I'm not. Go to HelloFresh.com to explore plans and menus because nothing hits like home cooking.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For nearly half a century, my law firm has stood up for car accident victims right here in Colorado. Families, workers, neighbors, your community is our community. With over $1 billion won for our clients, our results speak for themselves. If you've been injured in a car accident, you deserve a team with experience, power, and a history of real wins. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or WilhiteWins.com. The Wilhite Law Firm, Colorado's trusted injury law firm for almost 50 years.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. I get it. Well, January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows Free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And ask how you could get a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. If you're feeling cold drafts, have trouble getting your windows open or closed, or paying a lot for your heat, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant,
She knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Hey guys, boy Stink here. Today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, college football playoff action continues as Miami faces Ole Miss starting at 7.
104.3 The Fan. We are Denver Sports.
It's The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4. Fun conversation. No doubt about it, man. Spirited, fun.
This is Leon Cohen, right? Cohen. This is his song. He ain't backing down. He's
Nope.
number 3.
He's a great coach. He's a great coach. I just want to see it twice.
They got to get past the Bills. They got to get past the Bills.
They're going to get past the Bills. Don't worry about that. All right. We are moments away from Ole Miss and Miami in the college football playoff. This is 2 great stories, man. This college football playoff, I think, has been my favorite personally because all the traditional powers are out.
Yeah.
Miami has not won a natty since 2001, and they're the most recent champion, and it was 2.5 decades ago. Indiana has never won a championship. Ole Miss has never won a championship. They claimed some back in the 30s, I think, but never an AP champion.
It wasn't fair at that time.
No. And they didn't even play a championship game.
No.
Like, it was just the whole system was so bizarre, really leading up to this CFP, in my opinion. Miami's here with wins over Texas A&M by a score of 10-3, and then they beat Ohio State 24-14. The Canes have scored just 27 offensive points in 2 college football playoff games, and they've won both.
Man.
That is crazy.
I mean, they just have dogs, especially defensively. They fly around. They're making plays. They're getting the turnovers, as you know. Michael Irvin, watch out for him because if Miami does win, he's going to spank everybody he sees.
Dude.
This is going to be a fun game, Zach.
It is. And you mentioned Miami's defense. They've produced the highest turnover rate in college football playoff games, the highest interception rate, the highest sack rate by a mile, the highest pressure rate, and the most tackles for a loss per game. I mean, they are defensively up front as good as anyone, if not the absolute best. And the one area where I think that Ole Miss has to try to gain traction tonight is in the run game. Ole Miss run game has a 54% rushing success rate in the college football playoff thus far. It's the highest of any semifinalist. The Hurricanes' efficiency against the run actually isn't great. They have allowed a success rate of 43% in the college football playoff thus far. That's the highest among the semifinalists. So I don't think that Ole Miss and the Chambliss kid is just He is so fun to watch, and his numbers are huge through the air, and he's going to have to continue to produce through the air. But they need to run it because Miami is literally, their defense is designed to tee off on the quarterback, and if you're not going to be able to run it, man, it's going to be a long day for Chambliss, and Miami is going to win and cover. Ole Miss has to find a way to run the football.
Zach, establish the run, the read option, right? That's what I want to see. Either hand the ball off to the running back or take it yourself if you're Chambliss, because you have the athletic ability, the electrifying athletic ability that it's like, hey, if you're going to leave me one-on-one with a cornerback, I'm going to make him pay. I'm going to make him miss, pick up these chunk plays. But also, it's the scramble drill stuff where Chambliss thrives. If he gets outside the pocket and it breaks down and now it's scramble drill, the Miami Hurricane, they're going to have to figure out how to stick with these receivers, because if they lose these receivers during the scramble drill, that's when those big plays happen, and now Ole Miss is looking up, scoring a lot of points on you because you can't stay up with them.
Well, this is good on good, man. I mean, at a certain point, you have to just acknowledge that Ole Miss has been great. This is not a fluke. It feels like we're talking about the Broncos getting to 14-3. Like, at what point do you just acknowledge who the Rebels have been this year? They're 13-1. And I bet you if 10 days ago I said, hey, it's Georgia against Miami, based on what you knew 10 days ago, it's Georgia against Miami, who would you pick? I bet you 65% of people would be betting or picking Georgia. That's who Ole Miss just hung 39 points on. So,
well, I had Georgia and I had Ohio State. And look at what it looks like tonight. It's Miami versus Ole Miss.
Crazy.
Two teams that I did not think had a chance.
Nope. It's basically the hottest defense in the playoff against the hottest ranked remaining offense in the playoffs. And when you look at Miami's offense in particular, they've had the lowest success rate in the college football playoff, the fewest gains of 20-plus yards, the shortest average drive distance, the lowest average yards per drop back, even the second worst rushing success rate. So Miami's offense is not great. It's just not. But their defense is elite. Ole Miss, it's the opposite. You know, Ole Miss's defense is solid enough to be here, but it's really their offense that is sort of buoying everything. So I can't wait. Do you think that, and there's no way of knowing for sure, but do you think that Lane Kiffin is rooting against Ole Miss tonight?
No. Actually, let me take that back. Yes, he is. He is. He left this program, and he didn't think that this program was going to amount to anything once they got to the playoffs. He thought they were going to lose to Georgia.
I agree.
And yet, here they are, one game away from the national championship. You were the head coach of that. You were one of the biggest reasons why they were able to get into the playoffs, and you're not there anymore. So, yeah, I think he wants them deep down inside to lose. He doesn't want to see this team, the new head coach, have success or have his success. It's human nature.
Yeah, and that new head coach is going to be the head coach moving forward. Pete Golding has done an incredible job galvanizing this group. I think a lot of people thought, the good story, the feel-good story is the win against Tulane, that they're going to win a game in the CFP without Lane Kiffin. I don't think anyone, including Lane, and he allowed his staff to stay, a bunch of them, he did not think that they were going to beat Georgia.
He's mad now. He's like, everybody that's on my staff needs a report today.
Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So they're allowed to coach one more game, apparently. So we'll see what it looks like here tonight. Who you got in this game?
Oh, I'm going with Miami, Zach. I love that defense. They're ferocious. They get after the quarterback. All right, can Carson Beck just be a better version of himself like he was against Ohio State? Now, I'm not saying that he was lighting it up. He only threw for 138 yards, but what he did was not turn that damn ball over. So if Carson Beck does not turn the ball over and the Miami defense comes to play, Michael Irvin has his belt, Miami wins this game.
Man, I think this is going to be a higher scoring game. Okay, I think it's going to be a higher scoring game despite Miami's incredible defense. I think Ole Miss is good enough at what they do to put points on the board. But at the end of the day, I think the best unit on the field is that Hurricane defense. I'll go with the Hurricanes in a bit of a shootout, 33-31.
Ooh, I love it.
All right, we'll see how it all shakes out here later this evening. In the meantime, what did we learn today in Denver sports? We'll fill you in on what you need to know coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-897-4400. That's 800-897-4400.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-691-9999. That's 800-691-9999.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
This new year, don't just make a resolution, make a transformation with SodaWeightLoss.com. Clients routinely look and feel 10 years younger like I did when I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. And right now, the perfect gift for you both. Look and feel 10 years younger for the price of one. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results, just like me. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state of the art.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills ever built for the home. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Maye and Phillip Lindsay.
Final segment here on a Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock on a Friday, and it should be a really fun show. And already have some fun stuff planned, okay? We're going to play a little game tomorrow.
Oh, I love games.
We're going to play a little game called JK or Nay.
JK or Nay.
And I will explain the game tomorrow. And we're going to play it at 3 o'clock for the first time. So really looking forward to that. In the meantime, a friend of the show, the scrappy one, the Scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys?
Scrappy.
Oh, he's not in programming. Dante's already in the...
What up, boys?
In the weekend.
I was going to say, I got to turn my mic on. I looked down.
It's on. How you doing, man?
I'm great. Speaking of JK... Actually, you know what? I don't want to spoil your 3 o'clock segment tomorrow.
No, you can.
Well, did you see like kind of the social media
okay, actually,
viralness of today?
Yes. But that's not the impetus for the game that we're going to play. I thought of this game last week or 2 weeks ago, literally that we're going to roll out tomorrow. It should be fun. But
you did see it though.
I did see it.
So J.K. Dobbins, Phil, and you and I have a wager on this, if I remember correctly. J.K. Dobbins has the second best odds of any player in the NFL right now to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Think about that.
Well,
only ahead of him is
Zach Charbonnet. The running back for the Seahawks.
So they took the 2 running backs from the 2-1 seeds and gave them the best odds to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Now, disclaimer here, if the Broncos don't go to the Super Bowl, you lose your bet.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to place the bet, they got to play in the Super Bowl, and then J.K.'s got to play. But I remember you and I went round and round because you made the comment, yeah, even if it's the Super Bowl, he's just not going to come back. And I'm like, it's the Super Bowl.
He's not coming back.
Yeah, but
Vegas generally knows.
But you know, because our buddy Marcello texted me the other night when we were talking about Dobbins for some reason, and it was would he make it back? And he was like, dude, you're that close to a championship. Like what bigger incentive could there ever be for someone like Dobbins? And my thought was more money.
Yeah.
Like not risking injury. I mean, you don't come back from Lisfranc that soon. And if he were to push it and get hurt again, I mean, he could derail his financial future in a way that right now he's actually good. Like for in that standpoint. And so what would he value more in that moment? Trying to help a team win a Super Bowl with 1 game left in the season and risk the injury, or go into the offseason healthy and go for another payday?
And try to help a team win a Super Bowl that my guessing is not going to bring him back.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to help you get to the promised land. You may use me in the red zone to score some touchdowns, because I'm telling you right now, come off a foot surgery, he's not going to be the same player. Like, he's just not. You've been sitting out for more than a month, 2 months,
aren't
by the
rings
way.
for the rest of your life? I mean, I feel like we're undervaluing the competitive spirit of J.K. Dobbins if both of you think, well, I'm going to sit this one out because I can get a paycheck.
I just don't know who he is, like, inside. I don't know what he values.
Well, his viral quote was, I've been in the playoffs every year and I've never won a ring, and I want to win a ring here in Denver.
Right.
So if that quote's to be believed, that's his priority.
Yeah, but that was when he was healthy, and things have changed. Like the circumstances have changed. So, I just don't know. Different players value different things. You say a ring lasts forever. I mean, so does your last bite at the apple financially, if he were to get hurt again. So,
Isn't that just tough for fans to hear, though?
It is, but it's a reality of the situation. It's professional sports.
What are you doing, Will? You playing in that Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
Or if you know that you can go and make you some money because you had a solid year, you're gonna be healthy so you can play in that year and get paid.
But you're just assuming he's going to get hurt in the Super Bowl or make it worse in this hypothetical. I mean, what if he plays in the Super Bowl, plays great, gets the ring, and the payday goes up?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really betting on yourself.
It is, but it's just such a checkered history. So anyway, conversation for a different day, and or today is that day, depending if you want to talk about it. But.
I just like my odds and my little wager with Phil. That's all.
Yes. What we learned today in Denver Sports, we learned that we didn't technically learn it today, but we didn't know it yesterday while we were on the air, that Vance Joseph would ultimately interview for the Ravens job this morning, with Davis Webb following him in the afternoon. And then I thought the real twist was that Darren Rizzi was interviewing with the New York Giants for their head coaching job, special teams coordinator here in Denver. Which one of those stuck out to you?
I think Rizzi. I know he was the interim coach for the New Orleans Saints, obviously, and went 3-5 last year. But man, Broncos special teams was not a highlight reel thing until November.
Yeah.
I mean, remember Sean had to go to the podium and defend Darren Rizzi when people were upset with him. And now this guy's getting a potential head coaching job. Not saying he's going to land it, but I think what it shows you is this. Everyone wants a little piece of the Broncos.
Yeah.
They think that magic can rub off on them.
Everyone wants a winner. Everyone wants to hire a winner. All right. Great stuff. Really fun show today. I mean, that first hour was hysterical.
It's your fault.
Not my fault. It was fun, man.
It was a great time.
It was, and we appreciate you guys spending a portion of your day with us. And we'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock to finish off a strong week. We step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
What's going on, gentlemen? With the new year here comes a chance to make real positive changes in your life. Remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? You probably just left it off, right? No big deal. But then it happened a second time, then a third. Guys, do not let it get to a third time. Because if you let it get to a third time, then you're just doing things all wrong and you don't want help. Go get help because you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. And ED is an intimacy destroyer. Research shows that men can draw away from their partners when ED affects their sex life. And the conditions can cause stress, anxiety, depression, and even worse, a man's partner can blame themselves when ED becomes a problem. And don't put the pressure on your partner. Put all the pressure on you. Why? Because you can go out there and get help. You can go to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where their treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you. They have treatment success rates well over 90%, and some of these treatments can have you last an hour or even more if you have that much stamina. What you need to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. Your initial visit is only $99, and it includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, AT, and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And here's the thing, gentlemen, if the test dose does not work in the office, the visit is free. They also have 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does. But even the best deal in the market becomes high if rates fall in the future. So now what? Go through all the expense again? No. Just go to U.S. Mortgages and get our trademarked lowest rate for life product. It allows you to get your savings today and lock in at below market rates like our 4.75 5-year fixed at